Well, hey everybody, it's Thursday, May 11th, and yes, there is a crowd because they're here for Legendary Midnight Suns, which did release yesterday on Wednesday, and I'm excited to play it. I have not played it yet. This is going to be my first time playing it, so welcome to the stream. Let me talk about what we're going to be doing today. And people, that sound means someone spun the promo wheel. We'll get to that in a second. The box art looks great. Onto the back, it's got some cards from the set on it, and a really cool description on there. Yeah, the wheel's starting. We'll get to that. Let me talk about what the stream is going to be. First of all, we are going to try to play all 4 schemes in this set. The first 2 games we're going to play are using only cards from Midnight Suns and some henchmen from outside the box. And then games 3 and 4, we are going to throw in some other cards from other sets. Now, a couple of the schemes in here throw in extra henchmen, extra heroes, extra villains, so we're going to have to mix things in. I have a set of cards to the side of pre-selected cards from all my members at coffee.bageltopgames.com. No, this is for the set. No, the game released a while back. This is for Legendary. So, by the way, all my members at coffee.bageltopgames.com get a private chat in the Discord, and we were talking about what extra cards of other sets to throw in. So, thank you guys for that. By the way, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and I appreciate every single one of my members at coffee.bageltopgames.com. If you do become a member, you get things like custom colors and icons in the Discord, private chats like I mentioned, early release of the replays of the streams. I upload those early for you, and then also you have a higher chance of becoming somebody that I play a custom setup of. You submit a setup at challenges.bageltopgames.com. So all great things. If you do feel like supporting the channel, there's a lot of things that go on. You can go to coffee.bageltopgames.com. Your name will pop up in your message up here during the stream, so that would be really awesome if you felt like doing that. But we have some games to play. Let's go ahead and figure out who spun the promo wheel before we do this. So there is a channel points reward where you get to spend 20,000 points to spin a promo wheel, and I'll send you an actual promo, which you win. So Snash 108 has spun the promo wheel. We'll get to that, and then we're going to go ahead and get to this set. Here's how it works again, Snash. If you don't know, you get to spin once. If you want to throw that prize away, you can spin again a second time. And if you don't want that one, I'll pick somebody random in chat to pick their choice between the 2 that you spun and rejected. So let's pop open the wheel and get that done so we can play some games. The way I'm going to handle it, by the way, is if anybody redeems the promo wheel during a game, I will go ahead and spin that wheel at the end of the game. So I'll wait till the game is over until I spin that, but I will be doing that for everybody who's in chat at the time. So let's pop open the wheel right now. Here it is. I pressed it. Where's the wheel? There it is. No wheel. Oh, I know what I have to do. I got to go here first. All right. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel. This is for Snash. Let's see what Snash is going to hopefully get. Spinning. So Snash has landed on Unleash the Power of the Cosmic Cube, it looks like. This is the foil scheme promo. Would you like to keep this one or try to spin again and throw this one away? That is up to Snash. Try again. All right. We're going to spin one more time for Snash. And the second one is going to be... Ooh, it's a more rare one. This is one of the black and white Mysterio cards. One of the Mysterio allies. I believe this one was donated by Jolt, so thank you, Jolt, for this one. Would you like this? Okay, that one is playing. Again, please DM me for that one. All right, let's go ahead and get into the Midnight Suns right now. And anybody can spin that wheel for 20,000 points. All right, so the first thing I want to do before I start with this is read the beginning paragraph of the rule sheet, because they do a really great job of setting up this set and everybody that's in it and explaining some backstory as to who all these characters are. So let me go ahead and read this right now. First paragraph, we can read along if you can read, it's kind of small. Long thought dead, the most bloodthirsty demons of the Marvel Universe have finally been resurrected. Zarathos, the fiery skull-headed demon lord from whom Ghost Rider drew his powers, Lilith, the ancient demon goddess who raises endless Lilin's demon spawn, and the great old one Chthon, the lurking, hungering elder god who created the cursed Darkhold Tome. To oppose them rise the Midnight Suns, an unlikely team of paranormal heroes from the horror side of Marvel Comics. Some are monsters themselves, like Morbius, the living vampire, and Jack Russell, the werewolf by night. Others are monster hunters, like Stakes and Guns, Elsa Bloodstone, and Wong, master of the mystic arts. Blade is both half vampire and vampire hunter. Now comes the darkest midnight hour. Thank you for the follow, and we'll refer to the rest of the rule sheet if we need to as questions come up. But let's get started. Again, I have not played this set at all, so there will be mistakes made. I'm going to rely on you guys to catch those, but we're just going to have fun today. All right, let me talk about the first setup, and I do need your help right away with a little bit of the first setup. We're going to be playing this. So, Lilith, Mother of Demons, and Sire Vampires at the Blood Bank. Now, I didn't pick hand ninjas yet. We need 2 henchmen for this setup. So this adds an extra henchman. So what I need, I don't start shouting out henchmen. I have a specific group of henchmen we're going to pick from. And let me go ahead and get those. Thanks for the, oh, Drufus, thank you for the gifted sub. Very kind of you. Okay, so here are all the henchmen. So one caveat for today is I am not going to be using the Brood with Lilith. If you submit a challenge, I'll probably end up playing it later. But for today, I'm not going to do both. So just keep that in mind, because they KO bystander is going to be a mess. But I will use them eventually, but not today as we're learning the set. That's the one rule I have. Anything else goes here. So here are the henchmen. You've got cops. You've got the hand ninjas. Yeah, Wong was the 5th hero reveal. This is awesome. We've got the Ghost Racers, which are going to bring their own sort of difficulty. So thanks to the members at coffee.bigaltagames.com for picking some thematic henchmen. We've got the Khonshu Guardians. We've got Death's Heads and Magma Men. All right, these are the henchmen groups. I need 2 for this setup. Lilith, Sire's Vampires at the Blood Bank. So just shout out and chat what you want, and we'll see what the most frequent comments are. And we'll do what happens. So hopefully, so I'm seeing 2 Ghost Racers, 1 Khonshu, Death's Heads, Ghost Racers. I'm seeing a lot of Ghost Racers, and there's cops, Magma Men. Okay, Ghost Racers are definitely getting a lot of votes, so they're definitely going to be in the villain deck. And I need a second group. It's kind of a mix. I see a lot of Death's Heads. I think I'm seeing more Death's Heads than Khonshu Guardians. But now it's kind of tied. All right, from chat, I want to hear Khonshu Guard. Okay, there, Khonshu Guardians took over. All right, it's Khonshu Guardians. They won by a hair there. All right. So we're going to use these ones later on in the rest of this. Yeah, there it is. Everybody's like, Khonshu. I'm going to be using these ones later in the stream, because henchmen are the only type of card that we need for all setups that this set doesn't have. But that's okay. All right, let me go ahead and start the predictions as I get everything shuffled up and go over the Mastermind and scheme. I'll do a 5-minute prediction. Your guess is probably as good as mine, because I don't know. I read all the cards, obviously, but I don't know too much about them. So let's pop this open. Okay, predictions are open for 5 minutes. Do you think I'm going to win or lose this setup? Let me go over it real quick, and then I'll fill in the HQ after we're done. So here is our Mastermind. Our first Mastermind is Lilith, Mother of Demons. Lilith gets +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile. Always leads Lilin. Master Strike. Lilith hunts for victims, which I'll explain later. If she KOs a bystander this way, each player gains a wound. She's 8+ attack. Her VP is worth 6. And so hunts for victims basically searches for a bystander that a villain or enemy, a mastermind or enemy is captured, or in the escape pile, and KOs it. If that doesn't happen, the thing that's hunting, the entity that's hunting, captures a bystander. That's how that works. And Drufus, that should work. There it is right there. All right, and here is the scheme. Sire Vampires at the Blood Bank. Set up 10 twists, add an extra henchman group of 10 cards as vampire neonates. By the way, let me know which. Should it be the Khonshu Guardians or the Ghost Riders that are the neonates? I don't know. Just let me know in chat. Here we go. Special rules. All vampire neonates have Blood Frenzy, while in the Blood Bank, they instead have double Blood Frenzy. Blood Frenzy I'll talk about in a second. And so there it is right there. Thank you, Drufus. Twist. If there's a villain in the Blood Bank, stack a card from the bystander deck next to the scheme as a vampire thrall. Otherwise, move a villain from another city space to the Blood Bank. Blood Bank. I've got Brood on the mind. I really want the Brood Bank. Do not go to the Brood Bank. Don't open an account there. They'll trick you. And either way, play another card from the villain deck. Eva wins when there are 5 vampire thralls or the villain deck runs out. Yeah, it can be anywhere. That's interesting. So, looks like Ghost Racers are going to be our vampire neonate. So let me pop this open real quick and alter the setup here, so when I upload it, it's going to be correct. Now, I don't think I can put in 2 henchmen because this I put in the scheme as a custom scheme, so it doesn't know that there's extra henchmen. So I'm just going to type in Ghost Racers, and if you look at the setup, the Khonshu Guardians won't be there, but they're just going to be regular Khonshu Guardians. Because it's going to be tough, but it'll be fun. All right. There we go. So let me upload this setup right now. If you go to exclamation setup, this should pop up, hopefully, and get those predictions in as I get everything shuffled up and together. All right, let's place it all. This will be fun. Yeah, so my goal again today is to play all 4 schemes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, let me actually do this. I already set this up, so we should be able to see there. Vampire Thralls and Bystanders KO'd. All right, villain deck. I had everything I needed except for the Henchmen, so we can just shuffle it up. Let's make 10 piles and shuffle it up that way. I hope you like my mat choice. I did this combo a little bit ago, but as Midnight Suns is the first all Marvel Knights Heroes expansion, I thought it was only appropriate to use the other set that had a large number of Marvel Knights Heroes, and that is Dark City. So I used the mat from that, plus we're probably going to use the Hand Ninjas today. And that's also right there appropriate. And then Spidey's down here. We will see a spider in the hero options today. Does anybody know which spider we're going to see today in the hero options? If you know the Midnight Suns, and I didn't, I learned about this. There's one that we're going to see as an option. May or may not be chosen for a game, but we'll see him. And yeah, I'm going to be streaming 4 games, so it's going to go a while. I expect it to go maybe 4, 5, maybe 6 hours. So if you have to go right now, join us back at a later time. We'll be playing another game. So shuffling that up. Who do you mean by that? Yeah, Scarlet. Yes, it's a Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider was in the Midnight Suns for a bit. So that will be a hero option when it's time to choose extra heroes in setups 3 and 4, and maybe earlier than that. So it looks like we're not sure. We're split on if I'm going to win or lose this one. Again, we all haven't played this set unless you're a playtester. You haven't played it yet, unless you got it early. And I'm going to give you a courtesy hero deck shuffle. And by the way, check out I posted the links to the artists' Instagrams in the Discord. And check them out. Give them some support if you like their art. I think the art in this set looks really cool. Some of it is more of the modern stuff, and some of it looks more like the classic Dark City art, and I like it all. I think it fits into the what makes Legendary legendary. Yeah, let me tell you what I'm gonna do for Blood Frenzy. As far as tracking. So like things like Dark Memories, what I'm going to do is just track it off screen, because it's going to actually, it won't change that much, but it will change. So I've got these 2 dice. I have 2 dice that I usually use for double dice. I'm going to keep them to the left off screen next to where I have my victory piles, and I will just update them as I get different victory pile counts. I'll update it in real time so that I'll always know what the Blood Frenzy value is. And I'll put counters on the villains to show you what the Blood Frenzy bonus is for the heroes. I'll just tell you as I'm playing them, and that's how I'm going to do that. All right, we got the we'll do Shield on the left, Hydra on the right. Otherwise, I'm going to get very confused, because that's how I always do it. And then, again, I'm learning this set just like you are, so I'm going to be making some mistakes, so watch out for that. All right, submissions are closed. So it's a 60-40 split on points, but 13-8 say I'm going to win. So most of you have confidence in me here. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Who is starting out in our HQ with these heroes for the first time? It is going to be, we got Scalded by Sunlight Morbius. Elsa's Rare showed up right away. Vengeance of the Bloodstone Gem. We got Silver Bullets Elsa. We've got Bridge Between Dimensions Wong. And then we got Silver Bullets Elsa again. So right off the bat, what I'm going to do, since I know there's a lot of sunlight and moonlit happening in this setup, I'm going to offset my heroes. So the tip that was in the rule sheet for the new mutants in this one is to pop the even cards up a little bit and then the odd ones down. But there are no even odd ones, so even ones are all going up. It is super sunlight right now, which is not great for, well, it depends. Depends on what the situation is. And all right, I think I'm ready. If you are all ready, we can get started with game number 1. Is there anything else I got to do? Yeah, so Blood Frenzy I'll keep track of off screen as we put things in our victory pile, etc., etc. Very bright. It's a very bright sun. All right, let me just check the scheme one more time, just so we can remember. So I got to put this above the bank, but because it's only the card above the bank, I'm pretty sure we can remember. I'll put the scheme above the bank physically, but you don't have to see the scheme. You know the bank is the blood bank. I wish I had like a little blood icon. I would use a shard, but that would be very confusing. It's okay. That'll change. I'll be recruiting stuff, and we might get into Moonlit. There's a lot of odd cards in the hero deck. All right, so again, if Ghost Racers come in, if they're in the bank, they've got double Blood Frenzy. Otherwise, they have regular Blood Frenzy. And then we'll take care of the twist when the twist happens. All right, I'm putting this right above the bank. And let's start with turn number 1. Here we go. Game 1. is beginning. Okay, so we're starting. First Midnight Suns game for me, and you all get to be here for it. And I'm very happy you're here. Very exciting for me too. All right, turn 1 is going to give us our first Ghost Racers. So, in case you're watching, Ghost Racers are not a Midnight Suns card. These are from Secret Wars Volume 1, but we're going to use them today. So they've got Ambush, Rise of the Living Dead, a keyword not in this set, which means that if I had any in this setup, Ghost Racers in the victory pile, on top of the victory pile, they would come back in. Their fight effectives reveal a covert hero or KO one of your heroes with an attack icon. So they have Blood Frenzy because they are our vampire neonates. By the way, neonates, I had to look this up. It means it's like a newborn. So a vampire neonate is a new vampire that's just been turned. I didn't know that. This has no bonus attack because I have nothing in my victory pile. Blood Frenzy counts each different VP value in the victory pile, and there are none, so it's only a 3 attack right now, which I can't fight this turn anyway. All right, we got 4 recruit, and we have a few options. Let's take a look at our options. Only Blood Frenzy or all abilities plus Blood Frenzy. What do you mean, Burning specifically? Baby Ghost Racers. They make them vampires, they put them on motorcycles or cars or whatever. So Scalded by Sunlight Morbius. There we are. Sunlight, you may gain a wound if you do get +2 attack. And then Moonlight, you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do, you get +2 attack. So the whole thing here is you want to build up, you want to get all these, build up the wounds, and then later make it Moonlight. It's going to be hard to switch back and forth unless you just have the one card you have to switch out. So that's one option. Another option is Silver Bullets, Elsa Bloodstone. It's got 2 attack, patrol the streets. If it's empty, you get +1 attack, and then tech, you get +1 attack. I feel like Silver Bullets is a pretty good card to get early, despite the Ghost Racers of it all, because the streets are hopefully going to be empty for a few turns, if I can keep things clear, and that will give me 3 attack for this card. I need early recruit, though, which I don't see out here. I've also got Wong's Bridge Between Dimensions. This one's also good. 1 attack, patrol the bridge. If it's empty, draw a card. Yes, okay. So, look at the scheme of Bernicus. It says, all vampire neonates also have Blood Frenzy, which means that they have that in addition to their card text. But good question. Good question on that. Morbius's cards are great. Yeah, so of those... clicking around things. Of those 3, I think I'm going to go with Elsa Bloodstone. There's 2 of her. I might take a second one later. We're going to start with Elsa on the left-hand side and then build off of that. And there's Travel with some insight. Yeah, double Silver Bullets does look good, so I'm going to go for that. And please pipe in with any other facts you want to share about testing this, because always want to hear these stories. Always fun. All right, we've got double 4 and 2, so 4 and 2 on both sides here, which means the Ghost Racer is going to be sitting pretty for a while. Turn 2 is going to be Atrocity from Fallen. I really want to say The Fallen every time I see this, but that is not the name of the villain group. It is Fallen, so I can't say The Fallen. Ambush. Haunt the leftmost unhaunted hero in the HQ and fight rescue bystander. 3 attacks. So we get to do our first haunt here. What I'm going to do with Atrocity here, Toga Cyclops. What I'm going to do is put this villain behind the leftmost unhaunted villain. The Fallen cannot get up, yes. So the leftmost unhaunted villain is Morbius, who's being haunted. So I believe what I'm supposed to do is put Atrocity behind Morbius right there. And as you see in the keyword bot right there, I cannot recruit. Nobody, Morbius, Scalded by Sunlight, cannot be recruited until Atrocity is, or until I exercise Morbius here. So I have to spend attack equal to this hero's cost in order to exercise. I love that. That's the first thing I thought of. I thought of Megamind, Atrocity. I got spend attack equal to the hero's cost, so 4 attack, and then I choose a player to gain the hero, or I KO it. I think that's what happens. I gotta check the rule sheet. I gotta put more details into the keyword bot. Yes, exactly, Drew. I just said that. I gotta update that, and I will. So yeah, let's look at that. It's under Haunt. Yeah, so player does, they either KO the haunted hero or choose a player to gain it. Then the haunted villain enters the city, ignoring any ambush villains it has. So yeah, that definitely needs to be in the keyword definition. So I spend 4, KO or gain Morbius, and then Atrocity goes into the city. But I can't do that right now, so keep that in mind. I do not have Scalded by Sunlight as an option to recruit, which is unfortunate, because that's kind of where I wanted to go. So the deal is, I can't take Morbius, so I could take Silver Bullets, but I'd rather consolidate Elsa together with the other one. So the only card I can recruit in the city, in the HQ, is Bridge Between Dimensions. Yeah, choose any player or KO it, which would be useful. I do like it. So This is going to be more useful early in the game. I was going over Wong's hero set and how his, especially this card and his uncommon work well together, and it looks like a really fun engine, so I want to go for it. We'll see if other... I am going to go Wong, and I'm going to recruit this. I also, by the way, I didn't mention this, I have all special bystanders, wounds, sidekicks, officers available for my games today, so I will be recruiting Wong there. I have 2 recruit left for a sidekick if no other Wong shows up. And we got Ride by Moonlight, Blade Daywalker. So I'm going to go ahead and get a sidekick for my second recruit, and it's going to be Rusty Collins, which is some range that can power up Wong for that turn, which is cool. And moving over. So the question for me is, when do I want to take care of this Haunt, or when am I going to be able to take care of the Haunt? Turn 3 is Skinner. Skinner gets +2 attack if there are at least 4 bystanders in the KO pile. Ambush, hunt for victims, fight, KO one of your heroes. Wow, we're getting all the keywords right off the bat. So this pushes in. And yes, motorcycle sighting. I need a motorcycle emote. Oh, there's a motorcycle emote, isn't there? Just a general one? You should put that in when you see a motorcycle. It's a scooter, I think, actually. Anyway, I got a hunt for victims. So nobody has any bystanders. None of the city on villains. Mastermind doesn't have one. None of the escape pile. So Skinner's going to get a bystander. And then Skinner gets +2 if there's at least 4 bystanders in the KO pile, and there are none. Thank you, Abernicus, for that. And then the fight effect, if I didn't say it, is KO one of your heroes. So the computer hacker is getting captured by Skinner. And it's important that I get that out of there, because if another thing hunts for victims while Skinner still has that bystander, it is getting KO'd, and that's going to power up Lilith. Does the haunting villain not push in first? I don't know. I didn't think about that. I think they do. Never mind. It's an ambush. They do haunt. So that should have pushed. That was my mistake. I told you to make a lot of mistakes today. Yeah, it's an ambush. That only happens after they enter the city. So they do push in. Thank you for catching that one. This is going to be mistake day. So I need your help. I got 4 recruit, and I can take the other silver bullets. That's pretty easy. Let me go ahead and do that. No, you're totally right. So for my streaming purposes, what happens is, okay, there's Elsa's uncommon. What I do is, since I put the card up in the preview, I forget sometimes about the push, especially with a new set. So please catch me. Usually when you play, you don't have to put it in a second location to show everybody. But all right, nothing I can do with that 2 attack. So we'll see. No, you're good. You're good. I love Magic School Bus. Hey, if anybody from Upper Deck's watching, Legendary the Magic School Bus, please make it happen. Please, please, please. Yeah, we're all learning today. Don't worry, I make mistakes when I'm not learning. I know some of you are at work. A lot of you are at work. I won't tell anybody. Okay, playmats. I will talk about playmats. These specific ones, this is the playmat from the Organized Plate Kit 2 for Dark City, and this one is not really being made. You can find on eBay sometimes. This one was generously sent to me by Mr. Giraffe. Very kind of him. Also, and this playmat down here, Jufus, that's amazing. If the rule sheet for that doesn't say that, I'm going to be disappointed. And then this one I got at Five Below. At Five Below, I actually found this Spidey mat and then an Avengers mat. If you search for Five Below Marvel mats, you might be able to find them, and they're really great. They're as long as the play mats are, and I can even zoom out for a second so I can show you. They take up the whole space there, so they're really good. Legendary Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't it? Can you do a card game of a card game? I guess you kind of could. All right, next villain deck card is going to be more Ghost Racers. So we know what they do. They're going to come in, push everybody down, and I still have nothing in my victory pile, so no Blood Frenzy effects do anything yet. You're welcome. By the way, if you are not in the Discord, you should type in !Discord and go to the Discord, because I did post about these, and we post about this stuff all the time. And we're doing a lot of stuff in the Discord. We got a tournament going on. We are rating every single legendary hero one day at a time, and I'd love you to participate. So check out the Discord. The more the merrier. You mix villains and regular starter cards evenly. So I treat these equally. I just use the Shield and Hydra on the left and right, just so me, as the one person playing both hands, doesn't get confused about which hand it is. The counter here does help, but I still get confused. But our general rule for tournaments and for leagues and stuff is that for starter cards, the team icon, Shield and Hydra, are equivalent. Yeah, but that's why. That's true. Well, Dre, that's putting a card game in a card game. That's not doing a card game of a card game. I see the difference. Yeah, I have 2 hands. Sometimes people forget. All right, I've got 4 recruit here. I still can't get... So this early haunt is actually hurting me a lot because I really want to take this Morbius card, but I can't. It's just being haunted, and I can't spend any attack to get rid of it. That's really funny. I didn't expect it to be such a difficult thing early on in the game. Everything in the city is in the HQ is too expensive, so... I think what I want to do is go Officer just because of how expensive this HQ is. And there are some decent KO abilities here. So I'm going to go Officer for my recruit on the right-hand side. And that is going to be standard Maria Hill on the right. I'm getting a little recruit locked here. But I do need attack, and I can just gain Morbius. I've got my copy of Villains on the way, so I can do one-hand Hydra, one-hand Shield for my solo plays. Yeah, it's really helpful to do that. Some people like to use the starters from the MCU, the Marvel Studios Phase 1 set, and have their Coulsons there. Those are also good. But if you don't like mixing the photographic and the illustrated, the Hydra soldiers are the way to go. All right, I got Rusty. I can do a little bit of a KO. And moving on over. So far, I like what's happening. Whether it's helping me or not. Turn 5 is our Khonshu Guardian, who are just regular Khonshu Guardians from Secret Wars Volume 2. And, what? Getting Haunt Locked. That's what we're going to call it. Haunt Locked. And they get +2 attack while they're in the sewers, rooftops, or bridge as wolf form fight KO one of your heroes. So they're the only ones in the city right now that get a buff. And the city's getting out of control fast, but I do have some attack. The streets, unfortunately, are full, so Elsa doesn't get her buff, but I can hit something. So right now, yes, the Khonshu Guardians are 5 attack. And let's play our attack. So I will patrol the streets. I get 2 base attack, patrol the streets. If it's empty, you get +1 attack. And it doesn't give me anything right now. So I just get 2 attack. And 2 more gives me 4. And I can hit a Ghost Racers. It's the only thing I can hit. The downside is that once I do that, there's going to be Blood Frenzy bonuses. And they also might come back. Also, I don't have a covert hero, so I have to KO one of my troopers. But I'd also rather not have that many escapes. Because, well, I'm not playing for the league. So right now, I don't think I care too much about escapes. Because they might actually help me. Because if I decide to KO Morbius, the next hero is going to get haunted. And it could be one with a lower cost. But I'm still going to go ahead and fight the Ghost Racers. Let's fight the one here in the bank. So nobody's in the bank before they get buffed up. All right. So let's do it. Reveal the covert hero or KO one of your heroes with an attack icon. Yeah, do nothing all game. Get no VP, then you can avoid everything. That's why Ghost Rider from the Dark City said it's going to be actually helpful to KO those heroes and lower enemies' Blood Frenzy. So if I do a tournament and I do this and I do any villains or enemies with Blood Frenzy, and you have the option to choose Ghost Rider, you might want to do that. All right, here we go. Reveal the covert hero or KO one of your heroes with an attack icon. I can't, so I KO the Shield Trooper. That's KO'd, and I defeat this Ghost Racers. So they're going to the victory pile. I'm going to go ahead and use my helper die. I've got 1 BP value, which is 1 for Blood Frenzy on the left, but they're probably going to come back. So anything that has Blood Frenzy now gets a buff. So right now, Ghost Racers get +1 because they are also vampire neonates. Well, I'm about to switch turns, so they won't get a buff there. I got the second Elsa there. So I would put the dice on them, but we're switching over. Now that I'm on the right-hand side, there's nothing in my victory pile, so no buff for the Ghost Racers at this point. Okay, why is this operative over here? Get in line. Turn 6 is going to be Matarkus from Fallen, who has Blood Frenzy and Ambush, haunt the rightmost unhaunted hero in the HQ, and fight KO one of your heroes. Okay, so this one's going to haunt Elsa's uncommon, making it much more difficult. The thing about haunt is that if you're trying to avoid escapes, you can kind of just let things haunt for a while. It does kick them out of the city for a bit. It does restrict your HQ, though. So let's go ahead and put Matarkus under Elsa Bloodstone so we can see the villain name. And there we are. It's nice that you don't have to... So, yeah, tucking them under here is a really great design choice because you don't make the mistake of thinking that you have to think about the villain's attack because all you can see is the hero's cost. So I do like that design choice or mechanic choice. So, by the way, Khonshu Guardians lose their buff because they're not in the sewers, rooftops, or bridge. Rusty Collins is going to be played right now. Investigate your deck for a card that costs 0, KO it, or discard it. I could either play this now or I could save it later to try to trigger Wong because I don't have any other ranged, but I should probably start thinning my deck when I can, so let's not waste any time and do it right now. Top 2 cards. Okay, there's Wong and a soldier. so let's go ahead and decide. I'm going to KO the soldier, even though I'd rather get rid of the troopers first, or the operatives. I'll still do it. And then Wong's going... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Wong back on top of the deck. Because the bridge might be empty. Even though I can't fight anything this turn, I have an open space in the sewers. And I've got 1, 2... Oh, Rusty goes away at the end of the turn. I just want to... Just in case I need him out here. No, I'm not going to need him, so... I might let the sidekicks linger a little bit if there's a trigger that I want to make sure I remember everybody can see. Because I'm pretty sure there's some people on this stream who haven't been here before. So again, can't take Morbius. This is so frustrating. I'm going to take another officer because I'm worried about the HQ. Although, hold on. I need to hit things. I need to take... You know what? No, never mind. I need to get more attack because if I can exercise some heroes, then I can get some things. I can move things out. I'm going to take a sidekick instead. Right now. I already got an officer. And it's Red Wing. I got to remember that you gain those heroes if you exercise them. So getting some attack should be a priority. And this turn, I've got 3 attack and maybe a card draw. So maybe I can exercise Morbius. We will see. Just maybe. And so this turn, I've got some attack as well. Yeah, do what Dre said. Say hello if it's your first stream. Or use the... Yeah, say hello. Here we go. Turn 7 is... Salome, Sorceress Supreme. There is only one of this card in her villain group, in Fallen. Here we go. Blood Frenzy. Fight. KO up to... By the way, no strikes or twists yet. Fight. KO up to 2 cards from your discard pile. Escape. Salome ascends to become an additional Mastermind. She gains the ability Master Strike. Each player discards a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. And I noticed there's nothing about ascending Masterminds in the rule sheet because she's the only one. And I guess it doesn't really need a description. Anyway... I'm back to the side where I have 1 attack, or 1 thing. So here we go. Let's go. Put this back. So I need to start giving out some Blood Frenzy bonuses. So Ghost Racers gets 4 attack, and Salome gets 6 total attack. So let's mark that right now. 7 total attack, plus 1 attack. And Khonshu Guardians have their accurate attack. We're all good there. I still got to get the computer hacker off of Skinner, because if I don't do that, he's going to be trouble. So, and Khonshu Guardians 2 are in the blood bank. So check this out. In the blood bank, so it only affects the vampire neonates. The blood bank does not affect the attack of any other villain there. So the Khonshu Guardians are still at 3 attack, which means I can fight them this turn. But I got to make sure the blood bank is empty on a twist. So if I get a twist next, it should be good. So we're going to go ahead and fight the Khonshu Guardians in a second. Streets are not empty, so I get 1, 2, 3 attack, and I will take out the Khonshu Guardians right now. Fight, KO one of your heroes. I'll play my agents before I fight this, so I don't have to lose the point. And then I will KO a shield agent. Hold on. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. 3. And there's a Khonshu Guardian. They're also 1 VP, so I have 2 1 VP cards in my victory pile. This does not increase the Blood Frenzy counter. It is still just 1. It's 1 shared VP value, but 1 VP value. All right, I've got 4 recruit, and I still can't recruit anything with 4. So I'm up to turn 7. I've done very few recruits, and that does hurt me. So left-hand side is going to pick up an officer because left-hand side does not have an officer yet. If I'm lucky, I'll get a tech one. And nope, I just got Maria Hill again. Kind of a slow start to this one. I did not realize the Haunt was going to slow me down this much. I guess early on in a game, you don't have a lot of attack most of the time. You want to build up recruit. And so since Haunt requires attack, that puts you in a difficult space. Yeah, Haunt is more dangerous than I thought. What I love about playing these expansions for the first time is no matter how much I go over the cards and no matter how much I read about them, until I actually sit down and put the game together and play it, I don't realize, the effects of these things. And so Haunt is a great example. I read the whole thing. Oh, that sounds interesting. Not until I started the game and, I can't recruit anything. I realized how dangerous Haunt can be. Okay, I've got 4 attack potential, maybe more this next turn. But let's go. See if I can get myself out of this. I'm already a little bit in trouble. Okay, turn 8 is another Khonshu Guardian. So unfortunately, that is not a scheme twist, and now the bank is occupied with a very strong villain. And the Khonshu Guardians get 2 attack in addition to their 3 in the sewers. And Ghost Racers lose their buff because no VP in the victory pile for Blood Frenzy. So we can control the bridge, though. So let's use Bridge Between Dimensions. 1 attack, patrol the bridge. If it's empty, draw a card. The bridge is empty, so I get to draw another operative. Unfortunately, that leaves me only with 3 attack, which is a trap. Hunt generally isn't too bad, but I think the rest of the HQ is hurting you more. Yeah, you're right. The Hunt is definitely not helping. The rare coming out and the 2/5 cost hurt. But in normal situations, getting the 4 cost out of the HQ would have been easier to do. But Hunt just compounded with the unfortunate starting HQ. But yeah, I get your point. All right, let's go ahead and fight the Ghost Racers on the right. Unfortunately, although, you know what? I just covered up the Ghost Racers on the left, so they're not coming back. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and fight these Ghost Racers and KO another soldier, just so I can move things away. I can't reveal the covert hero, so we're going to go ahead and take out a Hydra soldier. And then take out the Ghost Racers. Now, the right side's got 1 VP for Blood Frenzy. So both sides have 1 VP Blood Frenzy, and I definitely didn't do that just to make it easier for me to put counters on things. I've got 4 recruit, and once again, no recruits for me. So I'm going to take another sidekick in hopes that I get... Okay, it's a standard. That can actually help me pretty well. And I can't take anything else, so that's the turn. Now, luckily for me, this is not a timer scheme, and there are 10 extra henchmen in the villain deck, but I still do have to avoid the twist to not lose, and I gotta watch out for the bank being occupied, which it is now. So I could pull a twist next and really mess myself up. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, look at that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this sidekick gives me 2 more operatives, I can get Elsa's rare. If not, I can get one of these 5 costs. So finally I can get something out of the HQ, even though I can't exercise anything. We've got the following: 3 recruit and 4 attack, maybe 5 if the streets stay empty. It is going to be Patriarch, which doesn't make the streets empty because the first thing he does is push everybody down, and then he's going to haunt an unhaunted hero in the HQ that costs 3 or less. Okay, so his haunt fails, so Travel, I'm right that he just goes into the city now because he can't haunt anything. And yeah, there's nothing that costs 3 or less. I don't think I read anything specific about this in the rule sheet, but I forgot. So he goes into the city, I'm pretty sure. Right? All right, cool. He failed to haunt. So actually, the expensive HQ helped me a little bit. And he doesn't go anywhere. He's actually in the city right now. He stays right there. Okay, which I'll take. And I can probably fight him this turn. But I can also get Morbius out of there if I want to. So we got Silver Bullets. Once again, patrol the streets. It is not empty, so that's 2. All right, what do you guys think? Should I hit Patriarch? Reveal the top card of your deck if it costs 3 or less, draw it. Or should I try and exercise Morbius over here? And if I do that, I'm going to have a full city. And I'm going to have a bystander in the escape pile. And then the next hunt is going to KO that bystander. So I think I should actually, since the right side can do a big recruit, I think I should hit Patriarch instead to try to keep that bystander from being carried off. And yeah, this loses the buff. So I could also hit the Khonshu Guardians. So the reason to hit the Khonshu Guardians is so the bank is empty if its Scheme Twist is next. So remember, if I exercise Morbius, it's going to fill the city, which means Skinner might escape on the next turn, which means there's a bystander in the escape pile, which means that I have to discard a card, and on the next hunt, it's going to be KO'd and permanently buff up the Mastermind. So, even though I can hit Patriarch, I think hit the Guardians makes them more likely to double up on bullets. That's not good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the Guardian so that, yeah, I might get a twist and I won't get a negative twist effect. Oh, Silver Bullets. Yes, okay, yes. You're right, the KOing hero. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm not as familiar with the names of the cards, so it took me a second. All right, let's go ahead and do that for both of those reasons. We're going to go ahead and take out Khonshu Guardians, KO one of your heroes. Again, I'll play my agents first before I do that, and then I'll KO another agent. And then we'll get rid of the Khonshu Guardians. Still, 1 VP. This is a pretty decent scheme for Blood Frenzy if they're in the villain deck because a lot of henchmen, they all have the 1 VP value. All right, I got 3 recruit left. And do I dare take another officer? That's my fault at Burnigus. I'm so sorry. No, I'm going to get another sidekick because, again, I'm KOing things. This sidekick is, thank goodness for sidekicks here, it's going to be Lockheed, who would be better with the Wong deck, but I'll take him. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, some decent recruit on both sides. Some more choices, but the city's going to fill up this way. Again, I would hope for a twist now so I can get that out of the way. A Warlock Bystander comes in instead. This is going right to Patriarch. So there's Warlock. Not advancing the city, so the bank is still empty, which is cool. Let's play our sidekick. Maybe I can get Elsa's rare. If I'm lucky, we shall see. Nope, I failed on that one. 2 attack, which isn't going to do anything, so that sidekick was completely wasted. But let's play my 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 recruit and decide which one I'm going to take of these 2 5 costs. So, again, this is the side where I've got a Wong card. That's pretty much it. Insatiable Craving, Morbius, 2 attack plus, and then Covert Blood Frenzy. And then we've got Ride by Moonlight, which is going to be very helpful for this scheme in particular. 3 attack. You may move a villain to a city space. If another villain's already there, swap them. Moonlight, get +1 attack. So the left-hand side can pick up Ride by Moonlight, and that's going to be a tech trigger for Elsa. So I think I'm going to wait and let the left-hand side take Ride by Moonlight, in which case I'm going to take Morbius's Insatiable Craving, and then I'm going to try to get some Covert over here to make the Blood Frenzy work to counter some of the Blood Frenzy I'm dealing with in the city. Yeah, see ya. Thanks for coming by. Let's go ahead and take Insatiable Craving for 5, and we get a HQ refresh. Nice. It's going to be another 5 cost. Release the Beast Werewolf by night. I'm at level 1 Morb. All right, by the way, speaking of night and stuff, Sunlight. It's hard to do Sunlight and it's hard to push up for Sunlight and have a haunt because then I cover up the city name, city space name. So I got even, odd, odd, even. So it is a weak Sunlight right now. Okay, I can't do anything with these 2 attacks, so nothing's going to happen. We got a Morbius. I want to see some more Covert. But I got Red Wing and Wong. Wong Wing is their team name, so we're good. Very happy to see Wong in this set, by the way. I will mention once again. And probably going to pick up Ride by Moonlight unless a better option comes along. And there's our twist. And thank goodness the bank is empty, because here's what happens. If there's a villain in the blood bank, stack a card from the bystander deck next to the scheme as a vampire thrall. Otherwise, move a villain from another city space to the blood bank. Either way, play another card from the villain deck. So, who should I move there? I'd rather not Salome escape. So I don't really want to put Skinner in the bank and push her ahead. So I think what I'm going to do is just move up Patriarch. I don't really see a good reason not to do that. Although, what's cool about this is you can move any villain from anywhere in the city. Yeah, so I'm just going to move Patriarch. And then either way, play another card from the villain deck, and I do. It is another Ghost Racers, which means, because of their ambush, Rise of the Living Dead, the great thing about Haunt is that it can relieve pressure in the city like this. Yes, I do like that a lot. And then that's going to ambush Rise of the Living Dead, which means this uncovered Ghost Racers from the right-hand side comes in, which is interesting because now the city is full, but my right-hand side, I mean, the chat shows it, so, you know. Right-hand side has no cards in the victory pile, so no Blood Frenzy for that side. Left-hand side does have the Henchmen, so we got 4 attack here, double Blood Frenzy for the Blood Bank. So 5 attack for the Ghost Racers in the Blood Bank, and then Salome is accurate, everybody else is accurate, and I'm probably going to have a bystander escape, so I tried. Here we go. I got 2 attack that's not going to do anything for me, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. I'll just have to deal with that bystander escaping, and I can't take Stalk the Night Stalkers because she is being haunted. So let's look at both of the cards I can take. I think I want to go with Blade, but we didn't look at this Werewolf by Night card yet. Release the Beast. Sunlight, you get +3 recruit. Moonlight, Blood Frenzy, and then Instinct instead, you get both. But I'm still going to go ahead and take Ride by Moonlight to move things around and give a tech trigger for the 2 Elsa cards that I do have. And there's another Morbius for the right-hand side that is not being haunted. All right, we'll see if an escape happens. The thing about the twist in this setup is, as I said, either way, it played another card from the villain deck. So that is probably going to cause an escape. I have 1 more bystander in there. They're mostly henchmen in the villain deck, I think, still. And then the Master Strikes, I don't think they put anything in the city. Nope, they don't do. So a Master Strike wouldn't push. But it also wouldn't be pleasant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh, we got the tech combo. So at least my next turn on the left is going to be decent. So no Blood Frenzy, no Blood Frenzy, no Blood Frenzy, because no victory pile. Here we go. Turn 12 is another Khonshu Guardian, so we do have an escape, and an unfortunate one. So the first thing that happens is we have to KO a hero that costs 6 or less. Now what I can do is I can KO a hero that's being haunted, and it will be replaced by another hero that will then be haunted itself. So I think I want to get rid of Scalded by Sunlight. It looks like a good card, but I might get a cheaper card in there, or I could mess myself up and get a more expensive card. But I'm going to take a shot at that. So let's go ahead and KO Scalded by Sunlight and replace it with something new that's going to be haunted by Atrocity, just to show how that mechanic works. And it's going to be Silver Bullet, so equal. But this one I'd rather gain on the left. So she's being haunted now. And then we have the regular no escape effect, and then we have the Bystander. So the Bystander is carried off to the escape pile, and each side's got to discard a card. I'll choose an operative on the right-hand side. Left-hand side is going to choose... I want to keep all the attack I can get. So I'm not going to counter right now. I'm just going to get rid of an agent on the left as well. And then that is going to be an escape. So there is now one bystander in the escape pile. The next time... I don't know why you keep coming back. You don't have Fateful Resurrection, Skinner. So the next time that happens, or the next time there's a hunt... the haunt, yes. If a hero that's being haunted leaves the HQ for any reason that's not being recruited, it stays there. Oh, you're asking if I did put it there? Yes. But if you recruit it, it is exercised. Oh no, it can't be recruited. If you exercise it, it'll do that way. Yeah, effects that say recruit this hero for free don't work because you can't recruit them even for free. All right, we're done resolving all of that. This Khonshu Guardian gets a lot of counters, so bear with me here. 5 attack on the Khonshu Guardian. And that's it, because again, no victory pile. Let's start with Red Wing. Red Wing is going to let me look at the top 3 cards of my deck. It's going to be a reshuffle, so maybe I can't recruit first. I don't have enough to recruit with, so we're going to do this now. Reshuffle, top 3 cards of my deck. I could get a sidekick first, though. But I also might get another couple of recruit. Actually, no, it won't be. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's my discard pile. I could get Morbius, which is going to give me 2 more attack, which would let me hit something. But, and the top 3 cards of my deck, I might hit Morbius, so let's go ahead and do that now. All right, top 3 cards of my deck. I hope Morbius is one of them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. He was not. Okay, what do I draw? The best I'm going to get is 2 attack or 4 recruit, neither of which is going to do anything. So it looks like I have an extra Mastermind coming, which is not fun at all. So I guess I'll just take the operative because, and put the rest back in the order. Thanks a lot. Red Wing. This game is rough so far. Okay, Wong is played. Bridge is not empty. There's an almost ascending Mastermind there. It doesn't happen. And then 4 recruit. And I guess I'm just going to take another side. I don't know what. No, I'm taking an officer this time. I'm kind of fed up with what's going on. So another standard officer. And that's it. So we'll see what happens. There's more. Here's the bottom. Almost the bottom of the deck. I needed you. This hand is good, but it can't prevent Salome from escaping. Probably. Turn 13. Yep, she's going to escape. So we got an extra Mastermind right now, folks. So Salome escapes. First things first, we do have to do our KO. I don't want to get rid of Silver Bullets. I have to choose between the 3 on the right. Stalk the Night Stalkers is good, but she's being haunted. She could be haunted by somebody cheaper. Right? Without thinking too much of it, I'm going to get rid of Werewolf by Night. I think I might get more use out of him in another game. And it's a oh, I should have gotten rid of Elsa because that would have been a cheaper haunt. Right? All right, so here we go. She escapes and ascends to become an additional Mastermind. With Master Strike, each player discards a Marvel Knights hero or gains wound. At the very least, this is going to be super easy to avoid because every single hero is a Marvel Knights hero. So unless I have a handful of grays, this won't do anything to me, which at least is fine. But she is out of the city. But I do have to defeat her to win now. Okay. Could be a lot worse, I think. She's going to be harder in other setups, randomized setups. So, Matarkus comes in with Blood Frenzy, Ambush, Haunt the rightmost haunt here on the HQ, and fight KO one of your heroes. So, this Morbius is also getting haunted. Look at that. Double Matarkus Haunt on the right-hand side of the HQ. All right, where are we at right now? I'm on the left-hand side. I got 1 Blood Frenzy, so that means that this is 4, and this is 4, and Khonshu is nothing. No bonuses, and that's where we're at. But I do have something cool I can do this turn. So is it sunlight or moonlight? It's even, even, odd, odd, even. It is barely sunlight. It is. So it is a difficult choice. So she doesn't do nothing, but what I mean is it's not a guaranteed wound. But we'll see how many cards I can get eventually. 3 attack. I can move a villain around. So I'm tempted to move Patriarch, and it's you may move a villain to another city space. So I can move Patriarch all the way to the sewers. Option B is I move the Khonshu Guardians out of the bank just in case there's a twist coming up. But I think I'd rather prevent another bystander from being carried off. Especially a Warlock one that I could really use over here on the left. What am I going to fight this turn? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll... Actually, hold on. If I empty the streets, I can use Elsa's bonus. Let me calculate this out. Imagine I move the Ghost Racers to the sewers. And that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attack this turn. Which would let me hit Salome for 7, because that's her attack actually right now. With the 1 VP that I've got. She's only going to get stronger. So I think that's what I should do. Even though the city is going to be pretty full, I can take out the Mastermind. That's only going to be harder to fight. No strikes have been played. That's going to make my game a lot harder. I could clear 2 spaces in the city, though. This is also tempting. Which means I wouldn't have to clear the sewers, the streets, because I don't need 9 attack. Okay, so we're just going to get enough attack to hit Salome. Or I could hit Lilith for 8 before there's any bystanders in the KO pile. That's also tempting. All right, let's do this. Let's move Patriarch and Warlock to the sewers. You can also hit Patriarch and exercise more bullets. That is true. But I would need to get the 9 for that. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be... Actually, no, that would be 8. That would be 8. So I can move him. All right. No, 1 escape jolt. It's not in the KO pile yet. It will get there, trust me, as soon as the next Hunt for Victims happens. I mean, there's a lot of decent options. I don't think there's a right choice. So if I'm going to hit Patriarch this turn, I don't need to move him. And that would give me 2 tech cards, which is also a really good strategy. So what I will do then is clear the bank just in case. Because I only need 8 attack. And then, yep, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all I need. That's all I need to hit 4 and 4. Okay. Yes, 2 more attack. The street's not empty. I decided not to move them. And then tech at 1 more attack. I'm at 6. And the trooper gives me 7, 8. And that's going to give me a couple of tech cards. So we'll start by fighting Patriarch for 4. And the thing is about fighting Patriarch is he's going to increase the Blood Frenzy counter too, but that's a necessary evil here. All right, fight, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 3 or less, draw it, and it does cost 3 or less, so I do draw it, and I take out Patriarch. On the left, we're going to gain Warlock, and Warlock is pretty good. He's 2 attack and then tech, draw a card. He's on the X-Men expansion. Yeah, I haven't adjusted Khonshu's attack because I'm not fighting him yet. But yeah, right now he is 5. He's in the sewers. He should get his own counter. It will be necessary in a little bit. But he'll be maybe pushed to the bank in a second. My last 4, I'm going to actually use for my first exorcism. So I'm going to spend 4 attack to exorcise Silver Bullets, in which case I actually get to choose a player to gain this, or I KO it. But I'm going to be selfish and gain Silver Bullets for myself. And Atrocity is going to enter, which is going to fill up the bank anyway. And not trigger the ambush effect. And then we get Scalded by Sunlight coming in. We are still, speaking of Sunlight, in Sunlight. I got 3 evens. I got 2 recruit, enough for another sidekick, and that's going to be a standard. Okay, Got rid of 1 haunt. So that's good. Man, that blade card, you can move anybody anywhere. It's really good. And some decent attack coming up too. Somehow, I didn't expect to be building a tech deck in Midnight Suns, but here I am. Turn 14 is another Ghost Racers, none to come back in the city. But again, no VP over here. So everybody's the attack that they are, except for the Khonshu Guardians. They are at 5 because they're in the rooftops. Okay, my hand is as such. We've got 4 attack with 2 soldiers, 1, 2, and then Morbius's base attack, 4. So I could fight really anybody except for the Khonshu Guardians. If I fight the Ghost Racers, again, I won't cover them up. If I fight Atrocity, I get to rescue a bystander, and then I'll have the bank clear again, which I think I want to do. Also, I could fight the Ghost Racers this turn and reveal a covert to avoid KOing my soldiers. Alright, I'm going to hope the Ghost Racers don't come back in. No, I have to keep the bank clear for this scheme. And I'll have more opportunities to play coverts and fight the Ghost Racers, right? And if they escape, it's not the worst thing in the world. So I'm going to go ahead and fight Atrocity instead. I lose at 6 Vampire Thralls, so if I can avoid it for enough turns, I can be safe from the scheme. So let's go ahead and fight Atrocity, get a bystander out of the deal. Spend 3 attack, fight, rescue a bystander. I get to rescue this bystander, which is a standard bystander on the right-hand side, which does give me a VP value. Now I get 2 VP values in my victory pile. I have 1 and 2, 1 from the bystander and 1 from the villain. So Blood Frenzy is going to apply on both sides now going forward. I won't worry about it right now because all I have is 1 attack and 3 recruit left. And I can take Hunt High and Low over here on the right. This one's fun. 2 attack, patrol the rooftops. If it's empty, reveal the top card of your deck, you may KO it. And patrol the sewers. If it's empty, reveal the bottom card of your deck, you may KO it. How well it works with... Well, Wong wants to patrol the bridge. So I don't know how those are going to combo just yet, but I do want to move the HQ along. And as one of the only cards that's not being haunted, there's actually 3. It's going to mess up my Moonlight, though. But I don't really need it. I want covert cards here. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to take Hunt High and Low and see how it works for me. KO power is KO power. Ooh, okay. I love seeing a rare. This is my favorite looking rare in the set, but it is another expensive card in the HQ. It is Face Your Demons Wong. This would be a great pickup if I can get it. I do have an officer. Check it out. 6 attack. Once this turn, you may fight the top card of the bystander deck as if it were a 4 attack Darkhold Demon villain with fight. KO up to 2 of your heroes. Rescue this card as a bystander. And Sunlight, you get +2 attack. It'll work pretty well with Werewolf by Night's rare that has a whenever you fight a villain effect. But getting both of those is going to be difficult. So hey, if you wanted to see the rares, there they are, but things are getting expensive. We are an hour into the stream, and this is just game 1, so boy, am I going to be streaming for a long time, but I'm happy to do it. I want to experience everything this set has to offer. Okay, we've got... It's very good. Can I get 8 recruit in this hand? I don't know if I have the ability. 3, 4, 5, 6... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So close. If I had an officer, that would have done it for me. That's a little disappointing. Is there no other way I can get extra recruit? Why are these rares so expensive? There are 7 cost rares in the game. Here we go. Turn 15 is our first Master Strike. And that's the wrong voice for Lilith. One of these days I'll remember to change it properly. I think this is the more appropriate Morgan Monster voice. All right, and that's both her and Salome. So I get to choose. I get to choose which one happens first, but I don't think it matters the order when it comes to the effects. So the Master Strike here is Lilith hunts for victims. If she KOs a bystander this way, each player gains a wound. So there are no villains, no bystanders captured in the city, but she is going to also check the escape pile. And Skinner did get away with a victim, and she is going to finish that victim by KOing this bystander. Sorry, computer hacker. You're blown up. And now we have 1 bystander KO'd, and each player gains a wound because she does KO a bystander, and then she's going to get buffed. So let's go ahead and get the wounds first. We've got Grievous on the right, Standard on the left. Grievous wounds from Civil War. Ouch. And she is now 9 attack because there's 1 bystander in the KO pile. And then we will take care of the other Master Strike ability from Salome, who I chose not to fight earlier. Master Strike, each player discards a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. So if I choose to discard Elsa this turn, I will have enough attack to hit a Ghost Racers. But I will have to KO the Trooper. If I do keep Elsa... Oh, the Khonshu Guardians, by the way, yeah, they're still at 5. So I think it's worth discarding to avoid the wound because I can fight something, even though it might come back into the city. Right-hand side doesn't have the option. So right-hand side definitely gets the wound, but left-hand side I've got to do it first. So I will choose to discard Elsa to avoid the wound. And then right-hand side gets a wound because I can't discard anything. And it's another grievous wound. Ouch. Oh, that's right. They do have Blood Frenzy. This is going to be hard to track. So they're at 4, so I can't fight them. I think I still want to do what I did because I'd rather avoid the wound, and I don't care too much about the Ghost Racer's escape. So they do have Blood Frenzy, but I will still continue with the actions that I took. They're all at 4 right now. Some tokens would be nice in the future, right? All right. So that means I won't play Lockheed, and I won't recruit anything. Although if I did keep Elsa, I could have... I couldn't do anything. So I'm fine with my decision here. Fewer cards I got to KO with attack symbols. I have 3 recruit. I won't even play Lockheed yet, and I will take a sidekick. I'm happy to see the standard ones. That's a little better for my purposes. All right. You need to die with just a star and to cover their fight value. Yeah, that would be cool. And then I just look at it at the time. But I want you to see how much attack they have, so I don't mind changing it. I've got to remember to do it. That's why I put them above. I just need, you know what? I just need to use my double dice. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll get my extra dice and prep them so that I can just swap them out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 sidekicks in hand. So maybe turn 17 is going to be a good one. But turn 16 is going to be maybe a big recruit turn. Turn 16 is going to be another Khonshu Guardian coming in. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to swap this out. And I'll get some extra dice so I can keep track of this easily. So these Ghost Racers are at 5 because I got... Whoop! As I roll it around. I got 2 VP values. So there's 5. That one's at 5 because they are vampire neonates. The one in the blood bank is going to be at double blood frenzy, so it's at 7. This is really scary with these Ghost Racers, you guys. I don't know why you did this to me. And then the Khonshu Guardians are going to just be 5 as where they are. Wow, expensive city. Dice on literally every enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are buffed up. So thank you for that. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit, and I can't take Stalk the Night Stalkers. You get rid of the bystander KO tracker and frenzy for both. I guess I could do that, but then you wouldn't be able to see how the progress of the game. And I'd rather use dice for things that change more rapidly, like these than the others. Plus, it helps me. I do know why. All right. Yeah, I can't recruit anything from the HQ. Nothing except for Scalded by Sunlight Morbius. So maybe I'm just gonna suck it up and take Morbius here. I do have a couple wounds, actually. This could be useful. If it is Moonlight, I can KO those wounds, but these 2 8-cost rares are making it really hard for it to be Moonlight. But Scalded by Sunlight being recruited is also going to help it be Moonlight, so I'm going to take care of that. We've got 3, 4, 5, and 7, but I only played 4, so I actually have 3 left. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, spent 4. And, all right, we got another Wong. I'm going to take Wong right away. Replaced with a 2-cost Starlith Path. Werewolf by Night. Thank you for the water. That was 2 people. That was Mr. Giraffe. Thank you. Okay. 1 sip of water per hour should be fine, right? Okay. I got 2 Wongs. They don't make her right, but they hopefully will make a good deck for me. Let's move over. Okay, turn 17. Escape time? Yes, escape time. So, let's handle this, then we'll adjust everybody's attack. First, Ghost Racers are going to escape, which means we have a KO. If I KO Starlit Path, that's a weak card, but I also think I gotta take care of this crazy HQ situation. I might get enough attack to gain Stalk the Night Stalkers this turn, because I've already got 3, and then I've got 4 cards drawn, so I might be able to get it. So I actually am going to KO Starlit Path. I like it, but I'm not being friendly to Werewolf by Night this game. There's another Morbius Scalded by Sunlight, so this is going to run off, and that's too bad for me, but doesn't really hurt my game specifically. And then we'll adjust everybody's attack as these other Khonshu Guardians come in. All right, so that one's at 5 attack. This one's not. And these Ghost Racers are at 4. And these ones are at 4 for now. Easier than I thought. Okay, let's see how much attack we can get. First sidekick. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, I got Warlock. That's more attack and a card draw. Sidekick again. Going to be 1 wound and 2. There's more attack. All right, I have the attack I need. So what's better, draw a card or get 1 extra attack? If I get the extra attack, I'll guaranteed get 2, 4, 5, 7. And I can cause an escape, but also get stock of the Night Stalkers. Let me show you the card, by the way, because Matarkis will enter the city. She is a very difficult, hard to defeat. 3 attack, you may have a villain or mastermind hunt for victims. If it KOs a bystander this way, you may KO a hero from your hand or discard pile, which is rough with Lilith because it's going to buff her up if it KOs a bystander. And then tech, if a bystander is KO'd this way, you may also rescue that bystander instead of putting it in the KO pile, which is what I want to do to avoid that. And I could do that most often on this side. Another motorcycle. So I think I'm going to force, and it's the more Ghost Racers I let escape, the less they'll be annoying me after I fight them. So I think I'm going to let them escape and do that in that way. Which means I need 6 attack. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. I'll have 2 left over and a card draw. Or actually, I won't have a card draw if I don't draw. There's a chance I can get, yeah. If I take Silver Bullet, that's 2, 4, 5, 8. So I should do the card draw with Warlock. So let's do it in this order. Let's start with Silver Bullets. 2 attack. Then we're going to go with Warlock. Warlock is, again, just 2 attack and draw a card. And I get to draw. And yes, that was a good decision on my part because I got another Silver Bullets. Which means I can probably... No, I can't clear the... I can clear the streets first. Here's what I'll do then. I'll play Lockheed, get the 2 attack from Lockheed. I'm at 6. And now what I'll do is fight these Khonshu Guardians. Exactly, just Herald. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I thought of as soon as Silver Bullets was pulled. The evil wins is when there are 6 vampire thralls. Which happen if there's a villain in the bank when a twist happens. But right now, I want to fight 2 things. So I'm going to go ahead and fight the Khonshu Guardians in the street so I can get the buff from Elsa, and then I can... I almost said unhaunted exercise. So I'm going to fight the Khonshu Guardians, which KOs one of my heroes. Let's play a single agent first, so I have something to KO. And we'll fight the Guardians for 3, and then we will do the KO one of your heroes. Shield Agent is gone, and then the Khonshu Guardians are also gone. Still only 1 VP. Actually, no. Left side's got... I forgot left side has Patriarch. So the Blood Frenzy is actually more. Yeah, so I got 2 Blood Frenzy. So these are actually 5 on this turn. Luckily, I didn't find anything else. Yeah, both sides have 2 different VP values. Now we're going to go ahead and do the Silver Bullets effect. I'm at 4, 5. Streets are empty. I get 1 more attack, and I played a tech, so I get 7 total attack. And the Trooper gives me 8. I guess I didn't need to do all of that. Okay, so I can get Stalk the Night Stalkers, or I can get rid of that Mastermind Salome for good. But I think getting the uncommon is better right now. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 6 attack to exercise and gain Stalk the Night Stalkers on the left. And then Matarkis is going to enter the city, which means this Khonshu has the bonus, and Matarkis has Blood Frenzy. So Matarkis is at 5 attack on both sides for now. And I got 2 attack floating. I've got... Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3 more recruit. I'm at 4 total recruit. I've got to refill HQ. Mesmerize. The first time we're seeing Mesmerize from Morbius this stream. Mesmerize has 2+ recruit and Moonlight. Blood Frenzy gaining recruit instead of attack. And we are still in Moonlight. I could pick up Scalded by Sunlight over here just to get rid of those wounds that I have, but it's going to have to be Moonlight to do that. It will get a little bit in the way of my tech strategy. But also, Mesmerize is one of the first recruit cards I have seen, but right side can get more use out of it with the Covert trigger. And right side does have enough recruit to pick it up this next turn. 3 recruit and a bunch of attack. So I will gain more wounds this game. I'll take 1 Scalded by Sunlight just to hopefully get Moonlight and get rid of some of these. Get rid of some of these wounds. There's not too many of those. And there's another Elsa, Axe of the Slayer, which we'll get back to in a little bit. So there's that turn. It's nice when both sides have the same different number of different VP value costs. VP value cost? No. VP values. I add extra words when I do not need to. Turn 18 is a twist, unfortunately. So what happens is, because the Khonshu Guardians are in the blood bank, what happens is I stack a card from the Bystander stack. Next to the scheme is a Vampire Thrall. So this Standard Bystander is becoming my first Vampire Thrall. 1 count against me. And yeah, I do have Moonlight, so that's the upside, right? Either way, play another card from the villain deck. And it's going to be another Ghost Racers. So see why I didn't fight them? Because that. So this Ghost Racers is going to escape. I've resigned to letting all the Ghost Racers escape with this game. I think it's actually better for me. They come in, no Rise of the Living Dead after this escape. Remember that. And they'll get their 5. But first we do the escape effect, which is nothing except for a KO. Let me look at Axe of the Slayer. So Axe of the Slayer, control the streets. If it's empty, you get +2 recruit. If it's not, you get +2 attack. Instinct, instead you get both. I don't imagine doing a lot of instinct stuff. We're getting a lot of instinct triggers at this point in the game. Also, the streets are going to be full a lot, so I don't think this is that great to keep around. I'm going to get rid of Elsa here. And it's a Starlit Path, and that's going to be an escape for the Tilted Ghost Racers there. And now we're all good. Matarkus does not get double Blood Frenzy because it is not a neonate. Now I've decided what order to play things in. Blade cares about spaces being empty. Insatiable Craving is not going to trigger. I can get 3-4 attack before I play Hunt High and Low. So I can patrol the rooftops and maybe KO the top card of my deck if I fight these Khonshu Guardians. I can't fight anything else until I play Blade. So I can't activate either of these after I play him. So maybe I ignore... Hey, they're Ghost Racer Vampires. Not much I can do on that. And I got help. Help, in quotes. So I think what I want to do is just play everything else out, and I'll get 2, 3, 5 attack, and I can hit Matarkus and clear the bank. Or I can get Insatiable Craving, which is going to cause another Ghost Racer to escape. Oh yeah, it's over here. Thank you. Which would affect things. I think I knew that, but I didn't mark it, so I didn't think about it. Because, yeah, that'll affect what happens. I could fight... If that was only 3, I could have fought it first and then patrolled the rooftops. But anyway, I think what I want to do is get Matarkus out of there before Matarkus gets more powerful. And keeping the bank clear, just in case it's a twist next. So I'm going to go ahead and play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not patrol anything. 5 attack, and we'll just take on Matarkus right now for 5. And this is going to have the fight effect, KO one of your heroes. Let's again play an operative before we do this, just so I can KO the operative. And get rid of Matarkus, which is going to be another VP value. My VP values right now are 4, 2, and 1. There are 3, which means on the right-hand side, now these Ghost Racers are going to be 6 attack. So right now they are all 6, or both of them are 6. And that's that. I've got 2 more recruit, and I can pick up Mesmerize. I'm building like a Morbius deck over here now. And I got another Mesmerize. Yeah, I kind of wish those haunts happened later in the game when I could have had more attack to fight them with. So far, what do you think of this set? I think the only things that are messing me up are the henchmen from other sets and just the unfortunate HQ shuffle. But so far, everything's pretty fun. Haven't been able to see what Lilith does on her tactics yet, but hopefully that's soon. 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's all graves. That's a bunch of graves. There are some people that like to actually make sure that the rares are shuffled into a certain number of cards down in the hero deck. I don't like to do that. I get things like this sometimes, but it's fine. I like playing around it. Turn 19 is Skinner again. So Skinner is going to come in, push the Ghost Racers, and then hunt for victims. So nobody's got any bystanders in the city. It is kind of nuts. I can imagine it being more manageable when you're not playing solo and you're playing multi-hand. So he's going to get a bystander because there aren't any in the escape pile right now. He gets a standard one from the villain set. And let's adjust some attacks here. His Ghost Racers are at 5. No, left-hand side's the Blood Frenzy is 2. They're going to be at 7 right now. 7. And that's accurate. That's accurate. And this is going to be 5 on these Ghost Racers. Okay. Let's move forward. I can move villains around, but there's nowhere to move them to yet. It is also Sunlight again. I find if a rare is in the HQ early, I can more easily plan and build decks around them. That is true, if you're able to recruit them. But I haven't been able to get many recruit cards that weren't Maria Hills, and the Haunting kind of messed things up too. But that is fun. You can do that. My other game, I got a rare early on. I could plan for it. So that's the upside. So, it's more like, are you good at keeping track of things? So I can play this without any other effects because I can swap villains though if I want to. I thought you start at 6 what? Oh, o'clock? No. Nope. It's my first game though. I have 3 more games to play after this, so you're fine. Usually, but then unless you get KO Power Mr. Dollar, you're stuck with a bunch of officers, which could like negate the rare that you just got. So I can let's play this out. I can do a swap, move somebody around, maybe change some attack with the Khonshu Guardians, and then that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack. I want to get that bystander away from Skinner, but with 7 attack. Oh, actually, I didn't adjust Salome's. She's at nope. I only got she's at 8 attack this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't get 8 attack unless it's Moonlight. So what we're gonna do is see if we can make it Moonlight first. I'm gonna take Scarlet Path for 2, and we'll see if I get an odd. Fight the streets before you play Elsa. Yeah, to get the bonus, but unless I want to fight Salome. We'll see what happens. I got an even. That's not gonna happen. So again, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if I do fight the streets, I'll be down 3. I'll go 3, lose the 3, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I can fight something else for 5, which is Skinner. So the choices are go for... Well, actually, yeah, I can't hit the Mastermind. I don't have enough. Yeah, let's do the streets Skinner combo. I'll play my last shield agent. And play Ride by Moonlight. Is there anybody I want to move before I do this? Yeah, I want to move Skinner into the bank. And then I'm going to fight him. Or I can move the Khonshu Guardians there. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll move the Ghost Racers ahead. I'll swap these 2. Oh, I gotta clear the streets. Never mind. That doesn't work. Yeah, I gotta put Skinner in the bank. So we're gonna swap Ghost Racers and Skinner. The Skinner won't get a buff from being in the bank. And then we'll have the bank cleared after we fight him. I think that makes logical sense. Well, no, because then I'll have something in the streets. And I want to clear the streets for Elsa's buff. So right now, the Ghost Racers are at 6 because they're the Neonates. Then we're going to fight the Khonshu Guardians for 3. Yeah, this is going to work. And then I'll KO one of these agents again. Morbius is not all red. He's got a strength. There's no monocolor hero sets in this expansion. And then when I place... when I flip her over, when I place silver bullets, that's going to give me... 1, 2... Streets are empty. 3 attack, tech, 4 attack, and the trooper gives me a 5th, which I can use to fight Skinner. Get that bystander out of there to hopefully keep the Mastermind down, and KO another one of my heroes. That's going to be another shield agent. I'm reducing my abilities to get the rares, but I also want to get a lot of attack power because I can just hopefully exercise for those. And we're going to go ahead and take out Skinner. Both Skinners are gone, so there's no chance of any more coming in and being... Yeah, there's only 2 of those, right? Which one has 3? It's not Skinner, I don't think. Get the bystander. Let me check my VP values. I've got 4 VP, 1 VP, 3 VP. So that's 3 values. So both sides have 3 values now. And that's where we're at. We've got 2. I did a lot of KOs. So hopefully I have some decent attack I can use to finish this. Again, as long as I can keep the bank clear, I'm not worried about losing to the scheme. Although the twists do play extra cards in the villain deck. So things do speed up a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's good. Look at that. That's great. That's what I'm talking about. Moving over. So I got this set yesterday, and I put pictures of it yesterday, and I streamed it today. So I didn't really have the time to make a video and upload it yet, but look forward to that. If you're subscribed to the YouTube, subscribed to the YouTube channel, you'll know when a video goes out. If you don't get an alert, no video went up. Turn 20 is a twist. All right, so that's great. I'm glad I cleared the space. So no Vampire Thralls, and we play another card from the villain deck. It's going to be Blackout coming in. So I've avoided 2 twists out of the 3. Moonlight, Blackout gets +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile. Ambush, hunt for victims. If it's Moonlight, hunt for victims again. So luckily, it's still Sunlight thanks to those rares. So he's going to get 1 bystander because I got rid of that last one. And then Escape after the normal Escape KO. If it's Moonlight, each player gains a wound. I have to move what to bank? The Ghost Racers are already there, unless I'm missing something. So that's 1 hunt for victims. I got the Aspiring Hero. Yeah, okay. Here's a twist. If there's a villain in the blood bank, stack a card from the bystander deck next to the scheme as a Vampire Thrall. Otherwise, move a villain from a city space to the blood bank. You're right. You're right, I did miss that. So let's do that. Let's just say I moved the Ghost Racers. And that's that. That's probably what I would have done anyway. I think. What would I have done? I probably would have actually moved the Khonshu Guardians over, which would have actually, I don't know what I would have done. So let's just say I moved the Ghost Racers and then it just stays in the same order, because they would have gotten pushed. Let's keep it that way. Thank you. I'll try to catch that one next time. Told you, learning. Okay, so we're good there. This goes back above the bank. And let's recruit something. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. I can't take Blood Frenzy because it's being, or Insatiable Craving because it's being haunted. So I've got Where Monsters Lurk, which I didn't look at yet. And there's attacks to adjust, but I'm not fighting anything, so don't worry about it. 2 recruit plus, patrol the rooftops if it's empty, draw a card. Patrol the sewers if it's empty. You get +1 recruit. So the rooftops not empty, the sewer's not empty. I'm not playing this right now, but I'm thinking about how often that's going to be the case. I probably want to take Mesmerize to get Blood Frenzy to get Recruit instead. Help me get those rares. So I'll pick up Mesmerize on the right for 3. And then I'll get a sidekick for 2. And we'll call that Zabu for some KOs. We were just talking about Zabu earlier. Alright. Got the wound, but I got a lot more non-grays on both sides. So this turn should be interesting. We will see what happens. Turn 21 is Outcast coming in. Outcast has Ambush Hunt for Victims. That's unfortunately going to KO a bystander. Then each player reveals a random card from their hand. If that card costs less than the number of bystanders in the KO pile, that player discards a card. So, Blackout has a bystander, so that bystander from Blackout is going to be KO'd, unfortunately. Which is going to do a couple things. That's going to increase the counter of bystanders KO'd, which is going to buff up Lilith up to 10. Then, each player reveals a random card from their hand. And if that card is less than 2, that's a discard. So I won't be able to discard really anything good. Ooh, and very ominous. Let's shuffle up the cards in my hand on the left-hand side. And the top card is Ride by Moonlight, which is not less than 2. So no discard. Right-hand side, I might KO a wound or something. Or discard a wound or something. But I can see this being worse later on in the game. Or depending on what the scheme is. It is a Hydra Operative, so that is less than 2, so I do discard the Operative on the right. So now we'll adjust some attack dice because we do have to do that. Left-hand side has got 3. Both sides have 3 Blood Frenzy values, victory point values. So let's do this. 6 attack, 6 attack. Nobody else has Blood Frenzy. Khonshu Guardian's not in a buff space. And there we are. Moonlight is buff 2, though. A little bit. It counts a stack that's somewhere else, because you do have to check your victory pile. You weren't here, Avatar, I don't think. I have my 2 dice over here on the right-hand side. I'm keeping track of how many VP values I've got. So, yeah, Blackout is at 9 because of the 2 bystanders KO'd. And there we are. Okay. Let's see how much attack I can get. Right now, it is still Moonlight. So, with Scalded by Sunlight... I'm sorry, I'm with Sunlight right now. I can get a wound to get +2 attack. Let's say I do that. Let's say I get 4 attack and get the wound. That's going to be 4 attack. Let's say I don't move anybody. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14. I can get 15 if I empty the streets. That's my max attack this turn, I think. And then unless a crazy bystander thing happens with Elsa. So for 15 attack, I can go... I can get rid of Salome, and I have 7 left to hit Outcast and the Khonshu Guardians. But I really want that bank to be empty. But he's so Blackout is so powerful, I'd rather push him out first if I can afford that. But I think... Let me read Stalk the Night Stalkers once more, because that's part of the strategy. So I can have the tech trigger. There are no more bystanders in the city. So if I do have a villain or mastermind hunt for victims, they're going to get a bystander. You want to try to get Salome on the right for your Morb Frenzy. That is a very good point. Are there not that many 5 VP value enemies? I would guess not. That's some good insight because I didn't know the overall spread of the VP values. I guess Blackout is. Can hit Haunt to push then 4 attack in the bank. That is true. So Avatar's point there is if I... The thing is, I don't want... I guess I could pick the right side to gain Morbius. So if I spend 5 attack to put Matarkus in the city, that will push Blackout, and then I could clear the bank by fighting Outcast. That is a really good strategy for this scheme, too. But if I do hit... I don't want... Yeah, if I hit Blackout on the right-hand side after hitting Salome, then I can double up on those 5 VP values, and the left side won't be stuck with that 5 VP, not making everything with Blood Frenzy stronger. So let's try to get both of those over there. Alright, I think I like all of that. But I still think I'm going to, just to be safe, get the wound. Because hopefully I can KO it later with Moonlight. Should be able to get there. So, yeah, streets, then haunt, then bank. 4 silver bullets. But I'm going to get the wound regardless. We'll see if I regret that later. But I'll get the wound because it is sunlight. And there it is. Standard wound. And I'm at 4 attack. And so yeah, if I hit the streets now, let me do the math. That's going to go down to 1 attack. And then I'll get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 12 after that. And then I can go 8 down to 3, and I can even... No, I can't hit anything else for a 3. So maybe I didn't need to get that wound. I already revealed the wound, so I can't take it back. I can move villains around. There's so many choices to make here. I'm kind of overwhelmed by all the decisions that could be made with this turn. So I'm just going to move ahead without thinking about it too hard because I got to keep the game going. So let's play Ride by Moonlight. No, let's hit the streets first. Let's hit the Khonshu Guardians after we play our Shield Agent. 1 recruit. Hit the Khonshu Guardians. And we'll KO another one of my heroes, which is a Shield Agent that I just played. If I was playing on my own, I'd probably take my sweet time to figure this out, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting. And I got some really good tips from you guys in chat, so. All right, now if I got to play Ride by Moonlight first to trigger Elsa's attack. And I can move somebody around. Hold on. I'm down to 1 attack now. After I played Scalded by Sunlight. And now I'm up to 4. Now I got to decide if I'm moving anybody. Once I take care of the haunt, once I do the exercise, that is going to push Blackout. Or I could just move them right now. But I want to keep the streets empty. I think everybody is pretty much where I want them to be. So I don't think I want to move anybody. I'd rather the Ghost Racers be at the end of the city. Rather they escape. Yeah, everybody's where I want them. So I don't want to move anybody. It is not Moonlight. Silver Bullets next. It's going to give me 2 attack base. Streets are empty, 1 more attack, and then attack gives me another attack. Silver Bullets is really good if you can manage the city. And now we're going to move along the city by taking Insatiable Craving, spending 5 attack to exercise. I'm at 3 attack left. I get to choose which hero gains it, or I put it in the KO pile. I'm going to have the right side gain Insatiable Craving for the Blood Frenzy thing I got going on there. And then Matarkus is going to pop into the city with Blood Frenzy, which is going to give Matarkus 3 plus 3. For now, that's going to be 6 attack. We refill the HQ, and it's another Silver Bullets. Very happy to see that. Hey, no more haunting in the HQ right now. And it is, by the way, it's a Super Sunlight. Almost Super Sunlight. A very mildly impacted Sunlight. As far as attack, that's not changing, that's not changing, that's not changing, but I will play the next Trooper. I can fight Outcast. Outcast has no fight effects, which is going to be a 2 VP value. Do I have a 2 VP value yet? I don't. So when I do this, I'm going to increase the number of VP values to 4, which gets dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we'll take care of Outcast. I got 4 VP values, so all of these, this is 7, and this Matarkus is also 7. I spent the 4. Now we will do the Elsa thing here. Pretty well. I had kind of an unfortunate expensive HQ at the beginning, and chat picked Ghost Racers, so you can imagine how that's going, but I'm hitting my stride here. All right. I'm taking my time. There's a lot of things to consider on each turn here. So 3 attack, I can have a villain and essentially get a bystander. And then if he KOs a bystander, you may KO 1. I'm not going to fight anything. Maybe I should have played this earlier. Yeah, what I should have done, I should have played this first. I should have given the bystander to Outcast and rescued it. But again, don't have time to consider all the stuff. Well, right now, Elsa is working really well for me just because I've built my deck around her, but we'll have to see later on. I wanted to build the Wong, but I'm not seeing Wong, and we'll see. Yeah, nothing else I can do here, but the bank is empty. That's all I care about, so we're just going to end the turn there. I guess I really did need to get that wound, but sometimes you don't know until you play it out. And maybe I'll get Moonlight so I can take care of it. All right, so there's double Silver Bullets. A 4 cost that gets you 4 attack somewhat reliably is good with Elsa. I'm learning things. All right, I got 5 cards because of that discard from last time. Turn 22 is not a twist. It's a Ghost Racers. Yeah, secret to not getting to fight the Ghost Racers is secret to not having them ambush or Rise of the Living Dead is not fighting them at all. Yeah, which I kind of welcome that they're more mechanically complicated because there's been so many expansions, and even though there's some out of print, there's still plenty of easier to understand expansions that people could pick up for their first ones. It's going to make them tricky when they get all mixed up, but, you know, that's what we like. So, only 3 VP values here, so back to 6, and 6. That stays the same. And everybody's 6 across the board. So I think 6, 6, 6, 6 is very appropriate for what we're doing here. Okay, I've also got Scalded by Sunlight. I'm still in the sunlight, so I can get the wound. I wish I could KO it because I have a wound right here to KO. If I get the wound, that'll be 2, 4, 6, 7. I need 6. There are a lot of multifunction cards, either in effects or activation. Yes. That's why I'm trying to slow down a little bit. So I can't fight Blackout. Blackout is too strong right now. If I don't get the wound, that's going to give me 2, 3, 5 attack, and I won't be able to hit anything. I want to hit Matarkus to make sure, again, that if a twist happens, I avoid another Thrall. I don't think there's anything I can hit and then play a Patrol effect, so I'm just going to have to decide. I'm going to get another wound just so I can clear the bank once again. So we'll do Scalded by a Sunlight. We'll get the 4 attack to get 1 more wound. It is another grievous one, unfortunately. Might regret all these wounds I'm giving myself. And there's 5 attack, 7 attack, no Patrol effects. We're just going to go ahead and take out Matarkus, who also is going to KO one of my heroes. So again, I'm going to play this Operative first so I can thin a little bit more. And I don't think that's a new... Yeah, I already have a Matarkus. That's not going to increase the values. So Operative, gone. And that's that turn. Ending the turn with an empty bank. I'm happy about that. I want to see more Wong. I'll see more Wong later on in the stream. Just the odds. Just the odds are. So I think this is going to be my longest game. This is the only... This is the scheme that adds the most cards to the villain deck, I think. There's one that adds 2 extra heroes. I could be wrong on that, though, because it does speed things up every time you play a twist, which is a twist right here. All right, great. So, am I safe from the scheme yet? I have to calculate that. So I won't forget the effect this time. There's no villain in the blood bank, so I do have to move a villain from another space into the blood bank. Let's just move Blackout over, because, again, I don't want to move these Ghost Racers back. And let's play another card from the villain deck. It is another Khonshu Guardian. Everybody moves down. Khonshu Guardian gets +2 over there. So how many twists have I avoided? Yeah, it does. It does. You're right, Snash. So maybe that game is going to be longer. But does that one play extra cards? I haven't memorized the whole thing. So I've got 1 out of 6 Thralls. There are 6 more twists. So I can still lose to this scheme. I have a few more twists to get past before I can be totally safe. So, Blood Frenzy-wise, I got 4 costs over here, so 7. 7, and let me get 1 more die I can have out the ready, because this is also going to be not 7, but double Blood Frenzy, so +8. This is an 11 attack Ghost Racers, and that's terrifying. I don't think I've seen an expansion that needed more counters than this one with this scheme. I think it's just the perfect storm. So... If I gotta decide on what order to play these tech cards in. Let's say I go Warlock first. That'll be 2, 5, 8. And then I can hit 1 thing. If I just play 2 of them, I can get to 5, and I can hit the Khonshu Guardians in the sewers. Again, if I do hit a Ghost Racers, there's a decent chance they'll just come right back in. I definitely can't hit the ones in the Blood Bank, which is where I want to fight them in. So if I do this in different order, and I get 2, 4, and a card draw, 7 attack. I mean, it could be Taskmaster doing this in the future. Nobody's haunting. Let's do the card draw. Let's move things along a little fast. Let's see what I get. So I'm going to start with Silver Bullets, just for 2 attack, no other effects. We'll draw the card with Warlock, getting 2 more attack. And it's a Trooper. All right, so I'll play the Trooper, a 5th attack. And I can fight the Guardians, but that won't clear up the street, so let's just play this other Silver Bullets, up to 7, and then 1 more attack from the tech trigger. So again, I can fight Salome this turn, but I would rather have that on the other side. I guess I'll take a chance and fight a Ghost Racers, KO the Shield Trooper, and hopefully cover them up, because I've seen a lot of them. There's 2 in the escape pile, 3, 4, 5. Victory pile's got none of 1, 6. There's 4 left in the villain deck. There's a lot of cards there. So Let's take a chance. Let's fight the Ghost Racers. Although, yeah, because I want to keep things there. I want these Ghost Racers to get pushed out of the blood bank so I can fight something else weaker there. That's terrifying. So let's fight these ones for 7 in the streets, just in case I can keep the streets open. Although, do I have Wong on the right-hand side? No, you know what? I'm gonna keep the bridge open for Wong, just in case nothing pushes. Let's clear the bridge for Wong. Maybe we'll get away with that. So, taking this out for 7. No coverts to reveal, so a card with an attack icon is going to be KO'd. That's the Shield Trooper right now, and that's on the top of my victory pile. I am left with 3 Recruit, which is going to get me a Sidekick, and it's a standard. I'm tempted to keep going for Officers if I can get Fitzsimmons, but, you know, so little chance that I'll be able to get that. 3. Starlight Path gives 2 attack for 2 cost if it's Sunlight, which it is. Yeah, the HQ is very rough. But I'm generating decent attack on the left without recruiting anything else. I just need the KO power. 4, 5, 6. But this hand is not going to be one of those hands. Moving over. Plus, with Morbius' Blood Frenzy, I actually get some decent attack this turn, too. Here we go, turn 24. Yeah, I keep forgetting to update her. So, like, when I'm not at a place where I can hit something, I tend to forget. So, thank you for that. Let me use one of my D12s. She's going to change in a second, though. So, turn 24, ambush is... Oh, of course. My gamble failed. So, they ambush Rise of the Living Dead, which means another Ghost Racer comes in, which is going to cause this Ghost Racers to escape, which I don't really care about that much, to be completely honest. So I want it to be Moonlight soon. So I'm going to get rid of Where Monsters Lurk, because both of those are better for the other side. Although I have 4 Recruit still. And it's a cheaper blade, and I already have one of those. So everybody moves down, and this Ghost Racers is going to escape. Oh, the League games with this kind of stuff is going to be fun. No, Ghost Racers, you're not coming back yet. I have not figured out why that problem's happening. Don't you just love having more problems? All right, speaking of attack points, attack values, let me just double check. I got 4, 2, and 1 VP. So these Ghost Racers change, especially this one, back to 6 because no longer is it in the blood bank. Country Guardians are in the right spot for that buff. They weren't before. And then the ones in the blood bank are going to be double 3. I'm at 9. Thank you for the resub, Arlie. Appreciate that so much. And then we're at 6 over here. All right, we're all good with all the counters. Salome, by the way, goes down to 9, where she was before on this side. It's fun, but boy, is there a lot of attack tracking right now. Okay, so I've got Mesmerize, which is a cool card. 2 Recruit, Blood Frenzy, gaining Recruit instead of attack. So I have 3 VP values. Now, if I fought something that had a different VP value first, I could get this, but I'm just gonna. Let me get a rare, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I can get one of these rares this turn. Thank goodness. So I get 3 Recruit, 5 Recruit, and if I play 6, 7, 8. Oh, thank you. So I didn't even notice the word Moonlight there. I'm like, ooh, Blood Frenzy. So let me hold off. Let me see if I can make it Moonlight and maybe get something out of it. I won't be able to get the rare, though. So I gave you my disclaimer. 2 Recruit, 3 Recruit. 4... I don't want to get Silver Bullet, so I don't have the chance to make it Moonlight. Okay, well, at least I know I can try to make it Moonlight and then maybe get a rare, but that's disappointing. I'm a little, I guess, I'm surprised that this card at first doesn't do anything but be a shield officer if you don't have Moonlight, but he's a vampire, so it makes sense. Interesting. So yeah, I just played this with 2 Recruit, which will give me 2, 4, 5, 6 Recruit, but there's nothing really here I want to take. I'm just going to probably take Blade, so let's just see what happens if I play 2, 3 Recruit with my Grays, take Hunt High and Low, and replace it. Now it's even more sunlight than it was before. But I got a good card for the other side. At the very... I can imagine. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, it's a... Yeah. Really, really good if it works. If it doesn't, it's kind of a dud. And I like that. Hey, thanks so much, Arlie, for the gifted sub. Hey, Remington Chase, you got a sub now. Enjoyed that. So this does nothing right now. I'm going to play it, except give me 2 recruit. So I can play Insatiable Craving, get the attack bonus Blood Frenzy. So I get 2 attack because I played the Covert. I get 3 more attack, I'm up to 5. Finally turning Blood Frenzy into a positive. And I can't clear anything. I'll play Wong for a 6th attack, and then Operative for a 3rd recruit. The only thing I can fight are one of these Ghost Racers that might just even come back in. And I can't even fight the ones in the bank. Again, so I want to say I want these to be pushed. But it's going to just push into another Ghost Racer. So, I get a KO if I fight the Khonshu Guardians. So I think I'm just going to fight the Khonshu Guardians for that KO. I'll fight him for 5. And KO one of your heroes. I'll get rid of this Operative. And then with my 3 recruit, nothing to take here. So, let's get a sidekick. Layla Miller, great tech sidekick for the other side. She can still investigate. And what's great about Layla Miller in a Midnight Sunset is that I just got to say Midnight Suns is a team I'm looking for, and it's probably going to hit. Unless I get starters. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Okay, I got 2 of these mesmerizes, so if I can make it Moonlight somehow, that'll be great. But unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. Unless an escape happens. You know what I mean, Snash. Leave me alone. I have a lot of moving parts to think about right now. Okay, turn 25 is another Khonshu Guardian. So push, push, alter. So we got to change this. We should change everything. So we're back to 7 and 7 and yeah, this is 4. So 11 again. And then this Khonshu Guardians get 5. There's a lot of dice manipulation here I got to do. Okay, it is Sunlight. So if I play Starlit Path, I'll get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack. And then I can hit the Khonshu Guardians. But again, if Blackout escapes, if it's Moonlight, each player gains a wound. Which it's not going to be. So I think I might just let Blackout escape, let the Khonshu Guardians be pushed into the blood bank, and then I can take them out a little bit easier later. So I don't think I'm fighting anything this turn. Which means I might consider resting and getting rid of this wound or get a sidekick. I think I'm just going to get this wound rested away. So let's just rest this turn. Healing. And the turn. I know I have more wounds than that. There's the other one. This is a better hand. I can see some of these things being really crazy when it comes to a... Oh, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it in time. So that's my 2nd Vampire Thrall. I'm glad it's only my 2nd after 5 twists, though. All right. So nobody moves because there was somebody there, but I play another card from the villain deck. Do I get another Thrall? No, another Ghost Racers comes in. The good news is I'm almost done with these Ghost Racers. So Blackout's going to escape. And because it is Sunlight, thanks to these 2 rares I can't get out of the HQ. No wounds. But I have to do the KO. Even when I do the KO, it's not going to be Moonlight. So I could see what happens here is after you do your KO, it could turn into Moonlight, and then you can get the wound at that moment. But that's funny. But right now, it's not going to be. Everything is a good card, so what do I get rid of? I honestly think I might want to get rid of Elsa's Stalk the Night Stalkers. Not if I let them all escape, Arlie, then we'll be done. I'll be done with her. I cover them up. I'm actually going to get rid of Elsa's Uncommon. This turn, yeah. We'll see if I get closer to Moonlight. I do. A little closer to Moonlight, but it is not Moonlight, so That is just an escape. It's very good. Okay. Which is going to change everything again. So, 6. 6. Again. This one's back to 6. The Khonshu Guardians, by design, are easy to fight here with no buff. And these Ghost Racers are 6 again. And I want to get another die so I can just keep swapping them out. There we go. Okay. I'm really tempted to try to recruit Silver Bullets over here so I can make it Moonlight and use Mesmerize. But can I get a rare anyway? I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I only have 6. Silver Bullets is not going to do much for me on this side. But again, let me look at Blinding Flash. Each player can discard a card to get rid of the spoon. Is there any card I want to discard over here? Yeah. So I could discard the wound on the left and then discard an operative, and I can KO the wound. Then I would have to play... I won't have that chance that I said. I'm going to take the crazy chance of getting the Silver Bullets and trying to make it Moonlight. Let's say I do it. Let's say I play 2 operatives. I play Mesmerize. I get Silver Bullets. That'll give me 2, 5 recruit, and let me KO a wound to get 4 attack. And this turn, that's not really enough to do much of anything. So I'm not going to waste Silver Bullets as a pickup on the left-hand side. Which character from your expansion is your favorite flavor-wise? I can't answer that yet. I haven't had enough time with them, and I'll log that question and let you know later. If I gain a wound, I'll get 4 attack to hit the Khonshu Guardians in that blood bank spot. I do want to do that, so let me do that. Because if I don't, I'll make a fool of myself if a twist comes up. So because it is still sunlight, technically, I will gain a wound again, standard, and get 2 more attack. I was just playing. Okay, and I will take out the Khonshu Guardians. I don't know what else to do to make the start time more clear. I have the event. If you go to the event in Discord and you select the event, it's in your local time. Whatever it says, that's when it starts wherever you are. Also in the announcements. But yeah, it's about the time of the regular stream now, so I see why people are showing up. Anyway, but no big deal. It's my first game still, so you got 3 more games to join. K1 Me Heroes, once again. Oh, I gotta play my operative first. Yes, and then I fight, then I KO. And then I get rid of Khonshu Guardians. Oh no, I don't blame you at all, because that's my usual schedule, for sure. And that was for 3. Bank is empty, and let's just get as much recruit as we can get. That's 2. I can still do the Blinding Flash thing. Hold on. I'll play both Mesmerize like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm at 5 recruit. I will get rid of Blinding Flash by discarding this operative and having the left side discard a card, which is going to be this wound, and I get to KO the wound. I'm left with 5 recruit. Do I take a Ride by Moonlight over here? It's not bad to have both sides have the card that moves things around, but this could mess up my almost Moonlight. Left-hand side is going to pick up... I'll have a full attack hand, which is good, but I'm not going to recruit anything. Let's just move the HQ. Let's see what happens. And it's another odd, so I'm lucky there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, gross hand. Bad hand. Moving over. I might go super late. This game's going long. But, yeah, turn 27 is Patriarch. Once again, he's going to push Ghost Racers over, and then he's going to haunt an unhaunted hero in the HQ that costs 3 or less. And lucky for Patriarch, 1 just entered. So Patriarch's going to go ahead and haunt her. That's a Pokemon. Going to haunt Elsa Bloodstone. This is starting to go off the rails, so buckle up. There we are. Okay. The thing is, everything has a tech trigger, so I never know what to play first. Probably stalk the Night Stalkers. Thank you, Dre. So I can have a villain or mastermind hunt for victims. Nothing's going to be KO'd this way this turn. So I could get a bystander, but I'm going to play stalk first. If there was an enemy with a bystander, I would probably do that. But 3 attack. Warlock next. 4/5, draw a card. It's Ride by Moonlight. All right, I can empty the streets. That's great news. Or I can hit the Mastermind. Up to 8. Or I can clear the bank. Oh, so many choices. I'm going to get the bonus attack. We'll move these Ghost Racers from the streets to the sewers and see if that works out. By the way, these ones are extra buffed. I totally forgot. These ones are... Oh, they're all buffed. They all change. So let me change all this attack. You got 4. So, yeah, this is the 7 side. So 7. 7. Woo. Your dice rolled. My dice rolled right. 11. The other games are going to be easier to track. And 7. Okay. Now, each Elsa card gives me 4 attack. Yep. 2 attack, patrol the streets, attack. Up to 12 from the first one, and up to 16 from the second one. That's a pretty substantial amount of attack. So, if I play Morbius, I can hit a Ghost Racers and then also hit the Mastermind, which will give me a 6 VP card in my victory pile, which is going to increase the Blood Frenzy, but I will cover up that Ghost Racers. Or I can just hit that 1 Ghost Racer, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hit a Ghost Racers first. Ooh, though I'll have to KO something, though. I don't have any covert cards, and I have all good cards with attack, so I don't think I want to hit the Ghost Racers at all. So we're just going to go ahead and hit the Mastermind right now, because I don't want to KO any of these cards. Yeah, okay. We're hitting Lilith. All right, finally got a tactic. Let's see which one it is. Let's see what these tactics do, because I have not memorized or learned any of them. It is Offer of Corruption. Fight. Oh, this is the fun one. Fight. Choose one. Gain a wound, and each other player KOs one of their heroes, or KO one of their heroes, and each other player gains a wound. Then Lilith hunts for victims. Okay. Well, I don't want to KO one of these heroes, so I'm going to choose the first option, because that. Plus, the right-hand side has more wounds anyway. I will, but I'm going to gain a wound, so I don't know why I said that. All right, I'm going to gain a wound. It's a grievous wound, and right side is going to KO an operative. That one kind of hurts. This one's going to make a lot of enemies when you're playing with friends. Then she hunts for victims, so she's just going to straight up get a bystander, which is dangerous because she's probably just going to finish this one the next time, or somebody will, next time this happens. She's still at 10. Okay, I got a tactic. It's a 6 VP value card in my victory pile, so this side's going up from 4 to 5 total VP. Oh, did I just KO Layla Miller? Yeah. I wasn't even looking at the card. I was looking at Lilith. So thank you for catching that. Who's the other Mastermind? It is a Zarathos, and you'll see what he does very soon. I was looking at Monitor A and not Monitor B. But that's besides the point. I've got 6 attack left. She knows too many things. Yep, that was 3, 5, 8, 16, down to 6. I can still fight a Ghost Racers. I can even fight Salome. But I don't want that 5 VP value over here. Wait, I can fight Lilith again, can I? Yeah, I can fight Lilith a second time. If I get the wound, because it is sunlight. I'm doing 3 more games after this one because I've lost my mind. Which option is accepting the offer of corruption, which is declining it? I think accepting the option of corruption is the one that KOs the, that gives the other side a wound. It went up for everybody, which I will adjust. I'm just deciding right now. But I can hit Lilith again because she does not get Blood Frenzy bonuses. I would love that coffee. Thank you. Let me just... Yeah, I got 6 attack. Let me... Before I play Scalded, let's go ahead and adjust the Blood Frenzy just to be... Alright, so I'm at 8 attack. These are 8. This is 5. 8 and 8 and 13 on this D12. It doesn't go up to 13. So I need a... don't often need one of my D20s for a henchman. But there you go. So, if I have this right, if I play Scalded by Sunlight, I get 2 attack. It is Sunlight. I will get the +2 attack and get the wound. That's an officer. Get the wound. I go up to 10, and I can hit Lilith again, and I can get that bystander off of her. Yeah, right? I didn't do that wrong. Let's go ahead and hit her again. Double hit. I get the news reporter. I'll draw a card. It's a sidekick. And let's see what the tactic does. I think I should do the tactic first. Or is it what? I don't often get that to choose the order. Anyway. Respawn demonic offspring. Fight the highest VP Lilin villain from among all victory piles. Enters the city. Re-enters the city. The player who had that villain rescues 3 bystanders. Then Lilin hunts for victims. So, and this is the interesting one. Do not... Yeah, do you choose? So I chose the way I wanted to choose. Then don't do any escape or ambush effects until after you've done all the other effects on this card. So what's interesting is the way we play it is most of the time you do effects as they come, and you do effects within other card effects if that is necessary. But this clarification text is saying this is an exception where you follow these rules this time. So that won't happen though, except for maybe an ambush or maybe an escape. I don't know. So who's the highest VP Lilin villain? I'm glad I didn't take out Salome because she would have entered by now. So Outcast is 2 VP. Skinner is 4. It's probably going to be Skinner. He's 4 VP on the left-hand side. Another cool reason to have Ghost Rider from Dark City because he can KO stuff. Yeah, it's going to be... That's funny. Left side has all Lilin villains in the victory pile. Right side has fallen villains. So Skinner's coming back in, which is bad news. So here, because there's going to be another bystander KO. So here's what comes in. Here's what happens. I'll adjust attacks in a second. Skinner comes in. We hold off on the ambush effect for now. And I was that player, so I rescue 3 bystanders. So what's interesting is while the flavor text, while the clarification text says don't do escape or ambush effects till after you've done the effects, it doesn't say don't do any bystander rescue effects. So I should do the bystander effects now before Lilith hunts for victims. So, and they're not going to help me anyway. So I got 2 standard and the alligator trapper who cares if the sewers are empty. So nothing happens except to get the bystanders. Let me just double check real quick. Did I have any other 4 costs? Otherwise the blood frenzy count will go down. Or it'll stay the same. No, it'll go down. Yep, it goes down. I have no more 5, so it goes down to 4. And then Lilith's going to hunt for victims. So first things first, there are none, so Lilith gets a bystander. But that bystander is not going to stay there for long. Because after that happens and she's gone, then we do the Skinner ambush effect. And Skinner's ambush effect is ambush hunt for victims. There's a victim attached to Lilith. So that victim is going to get KO'd, becoming the 3rd villain in the KO, the 3rd bystander in the KO pile.
Orly has supported on Ko-fi for $3. Here is a coffee for you, you maniac.
Thank you so much. I will take advantage of that later. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the extra coffee. Now I'm thinking about flavor I'm going to get. All right. Anyway, where was I? What was I doing after that very, very generous coffee? Yes, Skinner gets +2 attack if there are at least 4 bystanders in the KO pile. There are 3. So nothing for you yet. But Lilith goes up to 11 attack. Did you guys know that Lilith goes up to 11? No, don't apologize. I love hearing it. I want to hear more. If you do a little coffee donation, if you don't, or if you become a member, whatever, it'll read it. So whatever you want to say, it'll read, for better or worse. All right, that's all done. Now I'll play my sidekick because I'm not quite done with this turn. 1 and 2. All right, that's going to give me 2 recruit and 1 attack. And that's not going to do anything for me but get me a sidekick. And it is another standard sidekick to replace the one I just used. All right, we're going to have to let these ghost races escape. All the attack is different, but I'm not hitting anything, so. I'm only going to adjust attack if it matters to save some time. So at the beginning of each turn, or card cares about attack values. Their attack actually went down because I lost a VP value. Right-hand side's turn. The right-hand side, where I've got Morbius, is where I want more attack values. Or VP values. Twist! Ouch. That one's going to be a fail. That's another Vampire Thrall. Again, thank goodness I was able to avoid so many early. They're not hurting as much. There are 4 twists left. I have to avoid 2 of them to not lose to the scheme. But we play another card from the villain deck. It's going to be... Is this the second Master Strike? I pressed the wrong button again. I can't let that stand. I can't let my incompetence stand. I need to correct this right now. There we go. Okay. Master Strike effect.
Gagebender has supported on Ko-fi for $10.
Listening.
Here is for a beverage of your choice, because after this stream you may need something stronger than coffee.
What? I don't want to know what's stronger. Well, actually, I do know. Thank you so much. That's Mr. Giraffe. So thank you so much, Mr. Giraffe, for that. I appreciate that. All right. Let me get my brain back in. Okay, so I had a Master Strike. Doesn't really matter what order I handle these specific ones in. Okay. Lilith hunts for victims. If she KOs a bystander this way, each player gains a wound. So luckily, she just gets a bystander right now. Unfortunately, she's going to get it, so unless I hit her, it's not going anywhere. Good. Pizza delivery guy gets captured. And then we're going to go ahead and take care of Salome's, which I've not been updating her attack at all because I'm not getting close to it. Each player discards Marvel Knights or gains wound. Guess what I can't do on this side? I actually can't discard a Marvel Knights hero, believe it or not. So I'm getting a wound on the right-hand side. It's going to be this one. Anytime now, in fact. Jeez. All right, left-hand side has 2 wounds in hand. Do I get another one? If I... Maybe one day, maybe. If I discard one of these, let's say I discard Morbius, I'll have 2 attack and not much to do with it. Let's, I'll discard Morbius. I'm going to draw some more cards anyway. Okay. It's kind of annoying. So now, I'm not going to hit anything, but as far as Blood Frenzy, I might as well adjust things. So 3 VP values, so 9 is correct. This is only 6. 8 is a crazy number on these. So that's 6 and 6, and this one is also 6. And these are all vampire neonates. Don't say I don't do anything for you guys. Yeah, some really impossible combinations here. So we've got 9 on this one, and Skinner is still 5. Not for long, because that bystander is probably going away. It's going to buff up Skinner. Let's see if I can get a Marvel Knights out of here. All right, let's fish for Marvel Knights. Choose a team, investigate for a card of that team. I'm investigating for Marvel Knights. I got a soldier and Wong. There's Wong. All right, I'm going to tuck that soldier. Layla goes away. Thank you for your help. I've not been able to bridge between worlds, or bridge between dimensions. It's not enough attack to do anything, so I don't know why I did that. 3 attack, 2 recruit. I can't even rest this wound away because I have to spend 5 attack to get rid of the blunt force trauma. And I've got 2 recruit, yeah. So I'm just going to get a sidekick and call it. Lockheed. Okay, good. I got a blue arranged on the right-hand side. I'll be happy when all these Ghost Racers just escaped. And I don't have to worry about them anymore. No more neonates. Messing me up. No more Rise of the Living Dead. Messing me up. This might be a rest turn if I can draw enough wounds. I already have 2. Okay, turn 29 is another Master Strike. I'm going to press the button the right time this time. I did it. So there we go. Now if Skinner's going to get buffed up, here we are. Okay, Lilith hunts for victims. So not only does she KO the poor pizza delivery guy who was just trying to say pizza time, but... Oh, by the way, Bystander's KO is now 4.
Jolt has supported on Ko-fi for $10. Pour some Kahlua or Bailey's in that coffee.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That sounds pretty good. Thank you so much, Jolt, for the coffee plus on coffee.bageltalkgames.com. Really appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna keep going. You guys are powering me up. You guys are powering me up. I can do this. All right. So I KO'd one. She KO'd a bystander this way. Each player gains a wound. So wounds are coming out. We got corrosive webbing. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. Yep, that's what happened. And now she goes up to 12 attack. Plus Skinner. I gotta finish another Master Strike first. So Salome, once again, each player discards a Master Strike hero. That's a team. A Marvel Knights hero gains. I'm going to discard Silver Bullets. I'm not doing much anyway. I'm just going to probably rest. Right-hand side, though, I got too much good stuff. I'll gain the wound on the right. I'll choose not to. So, that was very generous of you. Thank you so much. It would be kind of, yeah. I will do my best. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Okay, now Skinner gets up to 7 attack because there are 4 bias enders in the KO pile. I hope this is my longest game because I got more games to get through. Let's see if I can get more wounds in hand. Just do a big rest turn. So sidekick. Draw 2. 1, 2. Nope, but this is an easy turn. I'm resting. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm running. Oh, thank you for the water. This is my hourly sip of water, so thank you so much, Montex. Just a quick 10-second overview of my setup. I got the mat here. I got monitor 1, monitor 2, close-up cameras over there, even though the camera's actually over there. I got dice and cards on the left-hand side, and I got my stream deck here with buttons on it, and my computer is 180 degrees behind me, so I am running it all myself. That's correct. Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of these wounds by resting. I just realized, by the way, that I haven't been able to do this yet, but exercising heroes does not count as fighting or recruiting. So what you can do is exercise a hero and still rest your wounds away, which is a pretty good opportunity for some of these cards that have a lot of wounds. So I got to keep that in mind. Couldn't even afford to get Axe the Slayer fought, though. Or could I? Nope. Good enough. All right, here we go. Turn 30 is back-to-back-to-back Master Strikes. Sure, why not? I try. Some things fall through the cracks sometimes, but I'm trying to get better at it each time, so I appreciate that. Okay, once again, Lilith hunts for victims. She gets a bystander now. That's 4 Master Strikes. Weird shuffle. And then once again, I gotta choose. Discard or wound. I have good stuff. I don't want to discard anything. Left side's definitely getting a wound. That's another grievous wound. You guys are lucky you don't have Civil War. I don't feel tempted to put these in. And I'll get a wound again over here. I'm just gonna... I'm trying to steamroll this. She showed up so early. Okay. Let's pretend none of that happened. Let me move this over so we can't really see the thing. And let's play this hand out. First, though... Yeah, left. I didn't even change the counters, so everything's accurate. Everything's +3, except for this is +6. And Skinner is accurate. Okay, let's start with Zabu, because I can KO the wound, or one of my grievous ones. I got the Corrosive Webbing. Yeah, let's get rid of the Corrosive Webbing with Zabu. Put Zabu back. Little Savage Land with Zabu. I got some Blood Frenzy. I can trigger one of them. So let's do... 1 Insatiable Craving, that's 2 attack, followed by a second Insatiable Craving. I've got 3 VP value, so right now it only gives me 2 base plus 3 more, up to 7 attack. And I've got Hunt High and Low. Well, actually, I can actually clear the rooftops or sewers this way, but if I don't, I'll get 8, 9, 10. And I would have been able to hit... So I'm going to hit Salome this turn. That's what I want to do. I want to get her out of there before the last strike and for that other Blood Frenzy bonus. So let's not clear any spaces. We're going to go 2 more attack, and then with Hunt High and Low. And then we'll go ahead and hit Salome for 9. Fight, KO up to 2 cards from your discard pile as well. So I will get KO 2 of my wounds. I got another Grievous one. This is the one where Henchmen have Blood Frenzy. So all these Ghost Racers are the ones that were picked by chat to have Blood Frenzy, so they're all buffed up. Okay, KO these 2 wounds. That's really nice. And she goes to my victory pile as another VP value for Morbius, but that does turn it up to 4, so all these get buffed right now. But let's not worry about it, because I'm ending my turn. I got 2 recruit, get a sidekick, and we'll call it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more. It's a weird game with the way the HP worked out. Moving over. I don't know any sets that anybody could be in because we do not know what sets are coming up. Or themes, or anything. So I know as much as you do. Turn 31 is Outcast coming in. So we have another Ghost Racers being cast out before Outcast comes in. Okay, I'm going to KO... I could KO Axe the Slayer, which will have somebody else be haunted by Patriarch. Or I could try to make it Moonlight this turn by getting rid of Silver Bullets, but I really kind of want to get Silver Bullets this turn. So I really want Moonlight. So I'm gonna go against part of my instinct and get rid of Silver Bullets. Just hopefully it gets Moonlight. And it is not. It's Sunlight, but it's a good Wong card I can pick up on the right, maybe. There's infinite possibilities, so I really don't know. Anything's possible, really. It's got a theme has to be built up around other things. Yes, right? All right. It makes you make weird choices like that. And that's an escape. Outcast is coming in. And Outcast gonna do his thing. Ambush, hunt for victims. So unfortunately, that bystander that Lilith got is getting KO'd. See why I didn't use the Brood here, which is going to turn that counter up to 5, which means Lilith is +5, which means she can't use a D12 anymore. And she's at 13 attack. I don't have a spin down D20 that's small. So bear with me here as it falls all over the place. Then each player reveals a random card from their hand. If that card costs less than the number of bystanders in the KO pile, that player discards. That's even worse because now that number is 5. So let's see what happens. Hey Myums, it's been a while. Welcome to the Midnight Sun stream. I am still on game 1 after about a couple hours of gameplay. Alright, random card on the left-hand side is Warlock, which unfortunately I have to discard. That hurt. Right-hand side too. Shuffling it up. I always forget to put my hands a little more forward so you can see me shuffle, just so it's not just a weird shuffle sound. And it's a Maria Hill who also gets discarded. So double discard for Outcast. And he enters the city. All right. So now, on both sides, these are going to be 7. So I don't have to change them just yet. Everybody's 7, except for Outcast. Okay. What can I do with what I've got left? Something decent. Can't move anybody out of the sewers this way. Can get 13 attack. That's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can get 10. If I swap Outcast into the... Let's say I swap Outcast into the streets. I play the Trooper. I hit him for 4. Then when I play Elsa, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack, and I can hit Skinner as well and clear the bank. That seems like a good idea. And then I can KO Maria Hill. Works for me. So let's take... Unfortunately, that's going to push Ghost Racers into the bank on next turn, but it's fine. I'd rather clear the bank now. So Outcast is swapping in there. I love that swap. That's so much fun. So that's 3 attack. 4. We're going to take out Outcast for 4, like I said I was going to do. Then we're going to play both Silver Bullets that get both the Streets Patrol effect and the Tech Trigger. That's going to be 4. 8 after the second one, which is going to let me hit Skinner in the bank. And fight is KO of a hero, so I will quickly back up in time, play my Officer, then get rid of her. So much for getting those rares. I'm just trying to brute force this now. All right. Oh, wait, I have a Trooper. What's wrong with me? I'll get rid of the Trooper. I forgot the Trooper was here. I'll keep Maria for now. And Skinner goes to the victory pile. Is that another cost? That's a 4. Man, I'm getting the VP values I don't want over here. So, yeah, I have now 5 different VP values. So I got a better Blood Frenzy on the left on the side that has the actual vampire on it, or the Morbius Blood Frenzy vampire, because Blade does not have Blood Frenzy. 2 recruit left after Maria, so another sidekick, and attacks will adjust for the next turn after this. Just got to ramp up that attack. If I thin this deck enough, I can get enough attack on every turn to hit Lilith, and that's really all I need to do. Especially if I got to twist this next turn, I can avoid the Thrall. 4, 5, 6. This is a rest turn. This is a rest turn. Maybe an exorcism. Is it so much to ask for one of these rares to be exercised? Or for these rares to be haunted so I can't exercise them? Turn 32. They can't, though. Here's the thing. Patriarch comes in, pushes. Haunt an unhaunted hero in the HQ that costs 3 or less. He can't do that, so he's going to enter the city. This is not a rest turn. I can play a card from the villain deck to KO this wound, and that's hilarious. The streets are empty, but that's neither of the spaces that Hunt High and Low cares about. Yes, Zarathos will be helpful with those rares, but he's not showing up right now. At least it's going to be a big surprise if he does. I'm very interested to try him after I read his effects. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah. So how many Masterminds leave their spot except so Hyperion, Lady Deathstrike, Nightmare, and now Zarathos? I think those are the only 4. So they're kind of in this exclusive club of leaving the space. That was one I forgot about. Sidekick. Oh yeah, Authority Iron Man, he travels that way. Iron Man 2, he's part of the group. That would be a fun World War Hulk to have all the... I like Author Iron Man. So, okay, so Authoritarian Iron Man goes to the city. What does Author Iron Man do? Does he care about number of words on the cards? I'm kidding around, but it sounds funny. Okay, check it out. I can move somebody, because I was smart enough to take Ride by Moonlight on the side that doesn't have tech. And then I can do a patrol with Blade. So he cares about the rooftops and the sewers. So rooftops will let me reveal the top card of my deck. You may KO it. And sewers, if it's empty, reveal the top card of... If the space is empty, reveal the bottom card of your deck. You may KO. I have no idea what's on either side. But what I can do is move these Ghost Racers ahead and then just hit Patriarch anyway. Or I can get Axe the Slayer out of there and then hit Patriarch while he's in the sewers, while he's in the bank. Let's do that. That sounds fun. So I'm going to move these Ghost Racers. I forgot to adjust attack, by the way. Oh, not forgot. I just didn't do it yet. We'll do that in a second. So Blood Frenzy on the right is 4. So 7 is accurate. That should have been doubled, but we're good here. We're good. Okay. I think we got the 3 attack. I think we're going to... we are going to exercise Axe of the Slayer. And where do I want this to go? Or do I want to KO it? I have plenty of instinct over... I'm going to gain it on the right-hand side. I could use the recruit. So I'll gain it on the right-hand side. And Patriarch enters the city. Okay, we're good. Now, refresh. Actually, let me back up, because I think I want to play Blade first, because then I can do the KO effect. Yeah, so before we do that, we're going to patrol the sewers. Because for now, the sewers are empty. So I spent the 3 attack already. No, I didn't yet. I backed up. So now I'll go back to after I just played Ride by Moonlight and move the Ghost Racers. Okay, playing 2 attack. Patrol the sewers. If it's empty, reveal the bottom card of your deck. You may KO it. Bottom card is an operative, so I will KO it. That was the right move. And then I'll do the thing I was going to do. So now I will spend the 3 attack to exercise Axe of the Slayer and put Patriarch into the city. Refilling the HQ. And that's going to be... Hey, Seal the Rift. That's what I like, but... that one works even if the city is full. Or the bridge is full. Check this one out. Patrol the bridge. If it's empty, draw 2 cards. If it's not, you get +5 attack, usable only to fight villains on the bridge. I like this one in combination with the other Wong card I got. But it is an odd card, so it's making it kind of closer to Moonlight again. I'm aiming for 4, but this game is going long. We'll see what happens. I'm really trying to get to 4. So I'm going to play a 3rd attack, and I'm going to play Locky just so I can get to enough attack to clear the bank. So let's fight Patriarch for 4. I want to get through all the schemes. I don't really have time to do all these schemes otherwise, so I did start the stream a little early. Top card of my deck. You good? All right, you're good. I'm good for it. Hey, top card of... I got some really nice coffees for some people, so that's going to keep me going. At least the thought of having the coffees, because I'm not going to go get it in the middle of the stream. Hey, top card of my deck. Cost 3 or less, so I draw it. I draw Maria Hill. And I take out Patriarch, which is a 3 VP villain that I did not have already, which is good for this side. So right side's going from 4 to 5 VP values. Both sides have 5 VP values, so we'll adjust those in a little bit. I've got 3 recruit that I can't use. Unless I deliver coffee, I'm not getting it yet, but I will. And I'll need it for tomorrow's randomizer stream, so that's what it's for. So I appreciate that. We'll get a sidekick. Well, I've already said, and I'm committing to this, if I get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, which I'm very close to, I'm in the 960s, I am going to be doing a 24-hour Legendary Legacy adventure stream, playing as many hero paths as I can, and I'm going to split it over 12 hours over 2 days in the weekend. If you don't know what Legendary Legacy Adventure is, it's this amazing mode where all these awesome folks from the community, including some folks that are here right now in chat, have designed 5 setup hero paths based around a single character, single hero, or a single character with maybe multiple hero sets. For example, like Captain America has a hero path with all his heroes, and then Electro has a path with only her one hero. The Midnight Sun's new heroes were just assigned, so those are happening. But yeah, I'm going to do a marathon stream of that as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel where all my uploads go, check that out. Put an exclamation YouTube. Okay, turn 33. Time to play a card from the villain deck, because that's how you play Legendary, right? It is going to be a Khonshu Guardian, who I haven't seen in a while. They're going up to 5 attack. Glad to have something a little weaker under the bank. Under the blood bank, in the blood bank. The scheme's right above it, but you can't see that. Okay, no bystanders, so once again, I'm going to play Stalk the Night Stalkers first. I could see how playing 2 of them in a turn would be more helpful, because you can give something a bystander and then do the KO effect. Still not Moonlight. I might just rest this turn, but I just want to see how much attack I can get. So Scarlet Path is 2 more attack up to 5. I'm in Sunlight. Ride by Moonlight. I can do that and move somebody and then rest. 8 attack. I tried the arcade variant, got to match 2, 3 epic mojo. Which path was that? I didn't do it yet, Mayams. I haven't had the time. Look for one hopefully next week. I literally just got the set yesterday afternoon. You'll know when it's up. I'll be posting it everywhere, trust me. Okay. So I have 8 attack. I'm not going to fight anybody because I want to rest, but I can move. So what I want to do is, if I leave the Khonshu Guardians there, they're going to be pushed into the bank, and they'll be even weaker than Patriarch is. Okay, that one was Arcade. So there's 2 modes of Legendary Legacy. Arcade is the one where you randomize a bunch of setups using the collection that you have, and then Adventure are a series of designed paths by people. So Arcade is a lot of fun too. I like putting that one together. If you haven't tried Adventure, that's the one where there's thematic setups based on a certain character. And if you beat all 5 setups in the mode, then you get to unlock that hero, and you get to bring that hero in, or that series of heroes, into other Adventure setups. So check that one out too. Okay, so I'm not going to reorder anybody. I'm not going to fight anybody. I'm just going to leave everybody where they are, let the escape happen, and rest all 3 of these wounds away. So Arcade and Adventure are just a little bit different. Moving over. I might be streaming so long that my friends over the seas are going to catch me in the early morning when I'm still going. Turn 34 is another twist. So unfortunately, I did not empty the bank. I was trying to do a smart thing, but I failed. So that's going to be a 4th Vampire Thrall. I could get a Chain of Twists now, and I could lose. We'll see what happens. No problem. Have a good night. All right, play another card from the villain deck. Good, it's not a twist. Another Khonshu Guardian comes in. I gotta be careful now. I will. Thank you. So, escape happens. We are going to... I really want Searing Shards of Sunlight, but I also really want it to be Moonlight, so I'm going to get rid of Wong and cry about it. It is finally Moonlight, but I got my 3rd rare in the HQ with Werewolf by Night. It's Moonlight. And I will be splitting this stream up into individual streams for each game, so don't worry about that. Okay, so this die goes here. That's where we're at. Let me double check everybody else's attack. Yep, they're at 5. So everybody's at 8. If they're a neonate, neonate's at 8. So everybody else is good. Yeah, so the thing about Adventure is it uses a lot of different expansions. So it really works best for those who have a lot, or especially the expansions that are the big boxes. If you have the big boxes, it works really well for you. If you don't, then just play Arcade, which is also really fun. And if you do want to play Adventure and don't have certain heroes, you can always do your own substitutions from sets that you do have from things that you think are the best analogs. It's not it's not a serious mode. Don't take it too seriously, so you can just play it in the way you want. If you really want to try Iron Man's Path and you don't have certain sets, just sub things in so you can get the best out of it that you can. And I think I say that in the instructions too. So I know some people, or on TTS, that's true. I know some people like to do it officially, but make it your game, Okay, so it's officially Moonlight for the first time this game, I think, so I can actually play Morbius here and do the Moonlight effect. 2 attack. You may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. I know I have one in my hand, but let me see if I have the Grievous one. Yep, I have a Grievous one on my discard pile. I'll KO that one. If you do, you get +2 attack. Great. I really wish the bridge was empty. It would be. I wonder what, would it be, I could just do like a Sunny, or I'd have to figure out some kind of border. That's a good idea. My PC is being pushed to the limits of resources, though, so maybe I don't want to add another effect right now. Maybe I have to do an upgrade someday. It would kind of be easy enough to change. It would just be a button toggle, because it's always going to be, it's almost always going to be Sunlight or Moonlight. It'll almost never be neither if there's an extra or one less HQ space. But yeah, the only downside is I wouldn't want it to. So the thing about Endgame is it does overlap the edges a little bit, and it can be a little obtrusive, but it's okay because Endgame doesn't happen all the time, and at the end of the game, people have seen most of the cards. But a border that's glowy the whole game might be a bit distracting. So I'll think about it. Okay, so I really wish I could patrol the bridge right now, and I really wish I could trigger Insatiable Craving right now, but I can't do either of them. But I can clear the bridge. But then I'll have to KO one of my heroes. Yeah, I don't want to KO any of these. But I really should clear the bridge. I'll workshop it. So I guess I'm just going to play everything I've got. I could hunt high and low, though, if I clear the rooftops or sewers. Rooftops are easier to clear. So I can clear the rooftops right now. My total attack, by the way, is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't hit Lilith with that. But I'll take the KO chance right now. Let's go ahead and fight Patriarch first and see if I get to draw a card. That might help me. Top card of my deck. It costs... Oh, man, it doesn't cost 3 or less, so I don't draw it. So Patriarch's gone. Next, I'll play Hunt High and Low now that the rooftops... It is. Because if the city's mostly empty, or if you're not using, Ghost Racers or something like that, maybe one of my later games will really take advantage of this. All right, let's play this for 2 attack. Patrolling the rooftops. Top card of my deck. I know what it is, though, now, so I'm not going to KO it, so... Oh, well. That leaves me with 3, 4, 6 attack. Do I sacrifice one of these heroes to make sure the bank is clear? I think the answer might be yes. I think I'm going to sacrifice one of these Wong cards because I don't have time left in the deck to make it work. It definitely gets better than the Lair. Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice Wong. I feel really bad about it, but I also don't want to lose to the scheme, and I'm running out of time. So we're going to go ahead and hit the Khonshu Guardians. There, we're going to KO a Wong. Yeah, it's the Wong time to use them. I'll have better chances later. All right. Okay. I'm trying to think of how much attack I had. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I spent that. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm down to 3. I'm accurate. That's accurate. Okay. We're good. I played everything. And my turn. Very long game. There's a lot of factors here, including the fact that I am getting a lot of wounds. I'm still learning this set. There's 10 extra henchmen in the villain deck. Anyway, here we go. Turn 35 is Atrocity, who we have not seen yet. Ambush. Oh, wait, have we seen him? I don't think so. Oh, no, we saw him really early at the beginning of the game, like 5 days ago. All right, Ambush. Haunt the leftmost unhaunted villain, haunted hero in the HQ, and then fight rescue a bystander. So that's going to be Ride by Moonlight. We're still in Moonlight, though, by the way. And let's see if we can end this soon so I can go on to another game. I got Boom Boom here, who I totally forgot I had. She can turn into 4 attack. Yeah. All right. I don't have any wounds in my hand or discard pile. I KO'd them all, so I can't do the Moonlight effect. So what's my max attack this turn? Also, the buffs are the same. I still have 5 VP fighters. So my max attack is... Oh, actually, I can do Boom Boom into Morbius. So let's say I do that. I do 4, get the wound, KO the wound, 8. That would be 10, 13. That would be just enough to hit Lilith. So we're going to do that combo. You ready? Here we are. Boom Boom. I'm going to go with Meltdown. I get 4 attack, KO this, and gain a wound. So I gain myself a wound, which is going to be gone soon. Followed by Scalded by Sunlight. Because it is Moonlight, 2 more attack. I may KO a wound from my hand or discard pile to get +2 attack. I think Zarathos is going to be a bit easier, actually. He's kind of like Nightmare, where he jumps around a little bit more, but once you get your things going, I think it's going to be a little bit easier to manage. Wait, what attack am I at? Yep, I'm at 8. That's accurate. Okay. Warlock, 2 more. I'm at 10. Silver Bullets. I'm at 12 plus 1 because I get the tech trigger from Warlock. I'm at 13. I don't know why I went the wrong way around the die. That is enough. Kind of like it's like feels like Nightmare and Lady Deathstrike, where you got to do a different attack in a different place, which is not really an attack. But anyway, let's go ahead and hit the Mastermind right now. No bystanders on her. Okay, we got Mesopotamian Demon Goddess. That is a title. Fight each other player may discard a card for each bystander in the KO pile. Each of those players who didn't must gain a wound instead. Then Lilith hunts for victims. So do I want to discard 5 cards or gain a wound? I'm so glad this says may. Now here's the thing. I have 2 wounds and I got 2 grays. But I do have the really good Blood Frenzy combo. So I think, and one of those is going to have to go. So I think I'm going to still just get the wound on the right-hand side. Again, I'm glad this is a May effect. And then she hunts for victims. So she's getting a bystander, which is going to be rough. And that's gone. All right, 2 more. Because I do use the final blow, and I will be using that on all the things. Still game 1. So we've got 5 bystanders KO'd. She's still at 13. I got 1 tactic left and the final blow. 2 recruit. I could lose easily to a couple of chained vampire thralls. I got Rock Slide, which is nice. Rock Slide is very nice for this setup. So we'll see if I get lucky with those Khonshu Guardians being where they are in the blood bank. Don't worry, though. We'll move right into game 2 no matter what happens with this one. Pretty good hand, though. I can get that bystander. Turn 36. Sister Nil. There was only 1 of these cards in the entire villain group. Moonlight. Sister Nil gets +2 attack. Ambush. Hunt for victims. Then each player reveals more non-gray heroes and the number of bystanders in the KO pile or gains a wound. Her escape effect is each player discards a hero with an odd-numbered cost. So she's just going to make Lilith harder to fight. So that animal trainer is going to get KO'd, which is going to be another bystander KO'd, which is going to turn her up to 14 attack, which is wonderful. And then I have to reveal 6 non-gray heroes. 7 non-gray heroes is what I have to reveal, actually, which I don't have 7 cards, so that's going to fail on both sides. So each side is going to gain a wound. Just like that. So, double. 1, 2. And she is at 7 attack. I really don't want her in the blood bank, but she's going to get there. All right, I finally have the combo. So it is Moonlight. I can finally do this. I can finally get a rare. Are you ready? Here we go. 2 recruit. Moonlight, Blood Frenzy, gaining recruit instead of attack. So I'm going to get 5 recruit for the 5 VP values I've got. Out to 7 recruit. And Hydra Operative makes 8. So on turn 36, I can finally get my first rare. Let's decide which rare I'm going to get. I kind of don't want to take Werewolf by Night just because that'll mess up the Moonlight. But let me look at Elsa's and Wong. So Elsa's is 4+ attack, 0+ recruit, patrol any city space. If it's empty, you get the printed recruit and attack of the hero in the HQ space under that city space. That can be really good with me leaving this other rare out here. And then Marvel Knights, Blood Frenzy. That's really good for this side too. So I think it's going to be Elsa, but here's Wong's. Face your demons. I think my favorite piece of art in the entire set. 6+ attack. Once this turn, you may fight the top card of the bystander deck as if it were a 4-attack Darkhold Demon villain. With fight, KO up to 2 of your heroes. Rescue this card as a bystander. And Sunlight, you get +2 attack. Yeah, definitely going with Elsa over that. Let's just look at Werewolves just in case. So Trek the Captives is 5 attack and Moonlight. Whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, you may rescue a bystander or gain a hero from the HQ or sidekick deck whose cost is less than that enemy's attack. And then Instinct, you get +2 attack. Let's take Elsa for that Blood Frenzy, for that patrol over a rare. So, recruiting for 8. Finally, got myself a rare. I got a lot of wounds though, so. All right, there's another Mesmerize. So it is extra Moonlight right now. Speaking of Moonlight, I did a Blood Frenzy for a recruit, but now I get to do Blood Frenzy for attack. So I've got 2 attack. I got 5 VP values, so I'm up to 7. So Morbius is really working for me now, and I'm at 8 attack. So, I can hit some of these strong things, but I think I still want to get rid of the Khonshu Guardians because if there's a twist there, I lose after 2 more twists with something in the bank. And 1 twist plays another card from the villain deck, so I could lose that way. So, I'm going to use 5 of that to hit the Khonshu Guardians. I get to do a KO as well. Actually, no, they're not at 5. They're at 3. Hold on. I forgot to take the counter off of them. They're not in the sewer. So they're at 3. Leave me with 5 attack. Still not enough to hit 2 things, so I'm still going to do it. I could hit Sister Nil. Actually, okay, should I hit Sister Nil before she gets into the blood bank? Or hit the Khonshu Guardians before a twist comes up? I think at this point in the game, where there's very few cards in the villain deck and there's 2 twists left, I think I go for the Guardians. So let's hit him for 3. Down to 5. We're going to KO one of my operatives. End my turn there. 1. All right, I'm shuffling. I have a chance to get that rare. And I should be able to trigger the double Marvel Knights critical hit effect because there's a ton of Marvel Knights here. How many Marvel Knights triggers are there on heroes? I don't think there's many. I know Moon Knight has one. Oh, wait, no he doesn't. Who has a Marvel Knights trigger on their hero card? Besides Elsa now. 2, 3, 4. Does Iron Fist have one? 6. Didn't get the rare. Ghost Rider has one. Thank you. That's a lot of recruit. But not attack. We might see Ghost Rider later on in this stream. It feels like it's 6 o'clock because I usually stream at 4, but it's not quite 6 o'clock yet. Okay. Turn 37 is... We're just gonna put you there and move on. I hope you get KO'd. I hope somebody hunts for you. All right. Actually, I can do that. So what's funny is, all right, of course it's Amy. I can do this card with Amy, though. Watch this. You may have a villain or mastermind hunt for victims. If it KOs a bystander this way, you may KO a hero from your hand or discard pile. And then the tech trigger, if it's KO'd this way, you may also rescue the bystander. So I can do this and rescue Amy, put her in the city. But I'll probably just leave her well alone. How much attack can I get this turn, though? The street's not empty. Let's start with Starlit Path since it's Moonlight. Ghost Rider and Electro are the only 2. Thank you. I didn't think it was that many. I can definitely farm Amy for the KOs, but first, since it is Moonlight, I will start with Starlit Path to draw a card. See if I get something better. 1 attack, draw a card. It is Warlock. Okay. So I can use Warlock to activate everything else, and that'll give me a total of 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 attack. Ooh. Short 1 attack for hitting the Mastermind because of that extra bystander. But if I can clear Sister Nil and Amy, then I have a good shot at avoiding the last few twists. Yeah, they only come together in the most extreme circumstances. Avengers are all about coming together. So I only played Werewolf. Yeah, let's clear Sister Nil and Amy. So let's, instead of drawing a card, I wish the streets were empty, man. That would be so great. I could get the extra attack, but it's not going to be, so. Start with Warlock, 2 attack. Let's go with Stalk the Night Stalkers. We're going to do the Amy thing. Here we go. I will have... I guess I could have any villain hunt for victims, because any one's just going to KO it. It doesn't matter who I do. So we are going to KO the copycat for now. We'll put her back. I make KO here from my hand. I have nothing in my discard pile, so we're going to go ahead and KO Maria, because I'm done. I'm done. Okay, and if a bystander is KO this way, you may also rescue that bystander instead of putting in the KO pile. So I will rescue Amy, and she comes to the city, pushing Sister Nil into the blood bank. Okay. Now, silver bullets. 9 attack. Silver bullets. 12 attack. 13 attack. So we're going to clear these 2. We'll start with Sister Nil. Sister Nil has no fight effect. She has gone for 7. That's a VP value of 4. I think I already have one. Yeah, I've got Skinner, so no increase there. Down to 6. What's nice about the Blood Frenzy is the further on you go in the game, the less often you have to change the Blood Frenzy values, because you usually have a bunch of different costs. And let's hit Amy here. Down to 3. She's going to let me KO one of my heroes, or make me KO one of my heroes. Trooper's gone, and she's exploded. Here comes a bystander. Okay, we'll end it there, because we have nothing else to do. So I've got a nice open front of my city. So I'm less worried about the scheme, although the thing about the scheme is if one fails, the next one might succeed if it's back-to-back, or it will succeed. Turn 38. Okay, there we go. Glad I cleared it. We'll see if I can avoid the second one, though. Because I got to move somebody there. Only way to avoid that is have the city empty. So, no villains in the blood bank, so I got to move a villain to the blood bank, which is going to be this Ghost Racer's Neonate, and then I'll play the card from the villain deck. And it is a Master Strike, so that's preferable, I think. So before I do that, I got to adjust attack. This is a double. So this Ghost Racer is at 13 attack. Double 5. The only Mastermind, though, is Lilith left, and she is going to hunt for victims. But she's just going to get a bystander. She gets the Bulldozer Driver. So she's still at 14 attack. Okay. I hope I get to draw the one... well, we'll see. We'll see if I have enough attack to hit that Ghost Racers. Let's start with our sidekick that, again, I put on the close-up for some weird reason. Here we go. Draw 2 cards. They're easy to mix up. All right, I got some Blood Frenzy. That's good. So let's go with Mesmerize. I can get another rare. I can get Wong's rare. So Moonlight, Blood Frenzy. This is what Travel was talking about earlier. It really pops off when you get Moonlight going. Gaining Recruit instead of Attack. So that's 5 Recruit, up to 7 Recruit. The second one is going to do the same. Give me 7 more. But 14 Recruit, just like that, with 2 cards. That's kind of nuts. I don't think we've seen that much Recruit gain like that with so few cards. Wow. Okay. Insatiable Craving is going to give me 2 attack and 5 more attack for Blood Frenzy, up to 7. Let's go ahead and pick up a rare. I still want it to be Moonlight. So I'm going to take Face Your Demons for 8. We'll just pick this up super casually. I'm at 6 Recruit left. Imagine Mesmerize with the Astral Plane, or with the Ancient One. Oh boy. Okay, and there's Starlit Path. So it is still Moonlight. That's the only even card. Scalded by Sunlight is going to give me some more attack. I'm up to 9 base. I will KO this wound from my hand to get 2 more. Okay, Morbius is now really working, and I'm very impressed. That's so hard to say. Okay. Wow. I can't hit either Lilith or the Neonate Ghost Racer. I can get 12 attack, and I'm still out of reach for both of them. But what I can do is hit the other Ghost Racer. I guess I have no reason not to do it. Let me actually... First, I want to pick up Seal the Rift. It's a very good card, and if the bridge is empty soon, then I can actually use this. It will be empty in a moment. So I'll take Seal the Rift for 5. And we're still in Moonlight. All right. Yeah, Mesmerize with Focus Heroes. That would be a great one. Let's spend 8. And we can... I could avoid the KO, but I'm going to do the KO. I'm not going to reveal the Covert, so I can get rid of this Hydra Soldier. And get rid of the Ghost Racers. Uncovered! How many Ghost Racers could there possibly be left? I got 2 more recruit with Maria. So I'll get a Sidekick? Or Mesmerize again. I don't really need any more. I already have 2. 2 is plenty at this point. So I'll take a Sidekick. I'll keep it Moonlight. Lockjaw, so I can do some phasing. Okay. I got Elsa's Rare, but only 1 Marvel Knight in hand. Shoot. These wounds messed me up. But at least I can get the printed recruit and attack of something under an empty space, so I better empty the bank. So I can get 5 attack. Turn 39. I can't believe. Okay, Ghost Racers come in, which guess what? Ghost Racers come in. Every time. Look at how I didn't fight Ghost Racers for turns and turns and turns. And then the one turn I do, another one comes in. So this one's 13 attack now. Well, no. It has Blood Frenzy, so even early game, it can give you 4 recruit or 3 recruit, which is really good if it's Moonlight. Right now, it's just giving me obscene amounts of recruit. But early game, 3 recruit, give you 3 recruit, 4 attack. That's unheard of. This guy's got to be Moonlight, though. Oh, cool. Rock Slide to the rescue. It does. I can shatter the Ghost Racers in the bank. That's good. They'll go to 7. Do I have 7 attack? Well, I can just use Blade here. Let's just use Blade. 3 attack. Let's just get them out of there. Go to the bridge. Now you're down to 6. That's got to be, or sorry, that's 8. That's got to be all the Wait. Hold on a second, everybody. Hey, I have a question for you. Do you know what my question's going to be? Does anybody know what my question's going to be? What happens if first I shatter the Ghost Racers, reducing them to 7 attack, and then I move them out of the double Blood Frenzy space? Do they lose 10 additional attack and go to 0? This is another, okay, interesting combo. So again, shatter Ghost Racers, have their attack. They don't lose double, they lose 5, right? So I shatter them to 7. I move them out. Do they lose 5 attack and go down to 2? Because I would consider doing that. Let me give everybody else their buff while we're thinking about it. These are at 8. These are at 8. I'm going to use the same dice. So here's the thing. Shatter does have their attack. But if I move them, I would say no, says Micro Disney. Why not? Because wouldn't it be... Well, no, because you shatter their current attack value, right? So I would shatter 13 down to half, round it up. Then you go to 7. And then they still have the single Blood Frenzy. When I move them out, they lose 1 Blood Frenzy. So is it like they're subtracting half the Blood Frenzy, or is it like they're... Like, I don't know. Right, but the thing is, at the moment when you shatter them, they go, that's their new attack. So, does the double Blood Frenzy lose the total Blood Frenzy amount, or do you have round that too? Because for other things, like, other effects, if you do the effects after they shatter, It wouldn't reach 0 because they would go back to single blood frenzy. So double blood frenzy. So the formula is shatter down to 7. I move them out. They lose their double blood frenzy and get single blood frenzy. I got 5 different values. So it would go down from 7 to 2. And that's how I would play it. But I can see how that would be wrong. But I'm just following the pattern of like the size changing thing and the cosmic threat thing. But villains don't lose their cosmic threat in the middle of a game. That's why it's confusing. You would say 2. Okay, yeah, that's what I would think it would be 2 as well. All right. So if it was 2, I would be able to hit things for 10, which would give me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I could hit 2. If you go from double blood frenzy to regular, wouldn't that almost make them reset? That's a good point. That's a really good point. I wish Travel was still here. Thank you for the water. Yeah, I think you might be right, Iris. It's and Jalt. It's less of a subtraction, more of a reset. Which they would end up with more attack than they normally would, because this is if they went down to 7. Actually, that's not true because they're at 8 right now. I do not know the answer. Or would they just lose one of the frenzies? I could see the logic for losing it and then gaining it again. That's honestly probably the way it would go. So what I would probably do is I'd shatter it down to 7. I'd move it. It would stay at 7, and then it would go back up to 12. That seems wrong. Then it would have more than it would have before. Yeah, if I moved then shatter, then it would go down to 4 anyway. But 2 is better if it is 2. It does affect this turn pretty significantly. Because if it's 2, can I get 12 attack? Hey, I can't believe that you followed after all that just conversation, but I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. So let's say let's say this is I move it and I shatter it, so I get 8 and 4. It's 12. I will get 4 attack here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll get 12 attack anyway, so we'll just avoid all that craziness and just move it. So we're gonna move. It's back to 8. The rule is okay. There you are, Travel. Minus attack. So that's what I thought, right? So if I did that, the Ghost Racers would be 2 attack, correct? If I did, oh, sorry, this is at 13. If I did a shatter and then a move, it would go down to 2 attack because it would go from 7 and then lose the attack. Nope, no worries. It's an interesting puzzle. Because if it is 2, that would change somewhat what I did. So if it technically gets minus attack, you mean the rules for shatter or the rules for? No, there's no rules written that way for the double blood frenzy thing. I mean, I could just avoid the confusion by just moving it and just doing it regularly. So if you shatter a villain, shattering the Ghost Riders would give it minus 6 attack. Right. So it would be at 7. And then what happens when you move it out of the blood bank? It goes from double blood frenzy to single blood frenzy. What would happen to that 7 attack? I can't believe I'm on turn 13. How many cards left in the villain deck? This game's going to end very soon no matter what. I got 6 cards left in the villain deck. No, I mean if I shatter this Ghost Racer right now, that's 13 attack. And then I move it out of the bank. Unless I'm missing something. Because right now it's at 13 attack because it's got double blood frenzy. Okay. Right. So what am I missing? So if I shatter it here, it goes down to 7 because that cuts in half, and then I move it, it reverts back to its original attack, but it just has the minus from the shatter, is what you're telling me. So it just keeps the minus quality. Cool. That's interesting. So I gotta, yeah, right. So I gotta think of it as -6 instead of down to 7. So shatter, -6 attack. You move it, it's still at -6 attack. Reverts to a single blood frenzy. So it would be at 2 because it's a 3 + 5. So it would be at 2. Yep. Okay. That was fun. Thank you for that. I just had to change the way I thought about shatter. Okay, so we're gonna shatter it. That's the whole thing. This whole thing was all about. So shatter, and this goes down to 7. But then we move it with blade, and then the thing happens that we just talked about, and it goes down to 2. That was fun. Guess I could have checked the Messiah Complex rules. And then Moonlight, I get +1 attack from at 4. I swear this better be the last of the Ghost Racers. I think it must be. All right, let's hit the Ghost Racers on the bridge for 2. Oh, I'm going to have to KO stuff if I do that. I forgot about the whole fact that I would have to KO some good cards. I totally forgot about that. I guess I'll sacrifice somebody for this. So let's play somebody before I do that. I'm at the end of the game anyway. We'll play Silver Bullets, which is going to give me 5, 6, and then 7 and 8. And then I'll probably get rid of Morbius. So the whole thing we just did wasn't for anything because I would have had the attack to hit one thing anyway because that's all I want to hit. Do I have a wound? I do. I'll KO this wound. Watch, I'm not... I want to fight the one in the sewers because I'm worried about losing to them. So, I was just curious. I'm up to 10 attack now. So, let's ignore the whole thing we just talked about and fight the one in the sewers. Just so I can hopefully not lose to the scheme. Fighting it for 8. And I'm going to lose Morbius. Fortunately. Don't you love it when you spend all this time figuring out a rules question and it doesn't even matter? And this one's going to go back up to 8. I just kind of wanted to know. How did we gain viewers during that discussion? I have no idea. I don't understand you guys, but I love you. I love you all. All right, let's... Yeah, at least now we know. Okay, I have like barely any cards left here. Can I get to 14 attack? Can I win this? Can I do the thing? I got Elsa, but I only have the 1 Marvel Knights. And it's a Khonshu Guardian. Hello. That is true. We're all about rules debates. If you were in the... rules questions channel recently in the forum, you would know that was the case. So I have Elsa's rare, but unfortunately I don't get the Blood Frenzy, which would have been really good. But Werewolf by Night space is empty. So 4 attack, patrol any city space. If it's empty, you get the printed recruit and attack of that hero in the HQ space under that city space. So I get 5 printed attack if I choose track the captives. That puts me up to 9. And if I had the Blood Frenzy trigger, I could have hit the Mastermind this turn. But I'm only going to get max 11, which is fine. I could get recruit instead, which would give me a total of 5 recruit. Or I could unhaunt Ride by Moonlight. Unhaunt. I did it again. And then get a bystander and fight for... Yeah, let's do that. Let's have Ride by Moonlight gain on the left-hand side by spending 5 attack. Atrocity goes into the city. Oh, man. I'm not going to mess with my Moonlight, though. So Khonshu loses their bonus. Yeah, it's in a Blood Frenzy Abomination. Oh, it's Abomination and Blood Frenzy. But you get printed to recruit and attack. So it's better than Abomination. Okay. I'm down to 1. No, wait. What did I just do? I don't even know what I just did. I had 9. I went down to 4 because I spent 5. All right, I'm right. All right, that's 4. Let's hit the Khonshu Guardians. Well, let's play the Operative. Hit the Khonshu Guardians for 3. KO one of my heroes. It's going to be the Hydra Operative. And hunt high and low. I didn't clear any of the important spaces. The rooftops and the sewers are still very much full. So all I get is 2 more attack, which will let me hit Atrocity as well. And hopefully, it's not Amy that shows up. When I hit this for 3, rescue a bystander, it is a standard one. It's a Mary Jane. And then I'm left with 2 more recruit. And it's Moonlight, so I can just keep drawing cards with Starlit Path, so I'll take that. I like Starlit Path quite a bit. Simple little card. Okay, there's all the Marvel Knights, but Bridge is not empty. If I had played more of this set, I think this game would have gone better, but I was just flying by the seat of my pants for a lot of it. All right, turn 41 is a twist! So I'm safe from losing to this the scheme, but, you know, the villain deck's almost done anyway. Okay, so I got to move somebody there. You know what? Let's clear the bridge for Wong. I can do this nice thing for him. Play a card from the villain deck. Ghost Racers! Ghost Racers! There's more. There's always more. You guys really did a number on me picking the Ghost Racers for this setup. At least I don't have to use them anymore. Okay. And these ones are not an 8. They're at 13 again. Yeah. Cool, I can't lose to the scheme, but there are literally 3 cards left in the villain deck. I hope the last card is a twist, because that'll maximize my turns. Otherwise, I only have 2 turns left. Can I hit 14 attack in 2 turns? I don't know. But let's draw some cards. Starlit Path. 1 attack. And draw a card. Silver Bullets. All right. Let's stalk the Night Stalkers. It's going to give me 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to draw 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll be at 12 unless I can clear the streets, but I sure can't do that unless I draw into Blade. So let's go with Stalk the Night Stalkers as our first attack card played. One's a bystander, one's a twist, and there's 1 more card. There's 3 cards. The last one's probably a villain, right? Okay, that's 4. Play Warlock. Let me draw something with some good attack, please. All right, that might do it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, and the 15 attack. Let's hit the Mastermind. Final tactic. Bulldozer Driver. When you rescue this bystander, you may move a villain to an adjacent city space. That would have been better earlier. Let's, doesn't really matter. I'm not going to hit anybody, and they're just going to push. So, let's just clear... What does this tactic do? I get to look at it, right? I'll move this one over. Swap the Ghost Racers. I'll clear the streets just so Elsa can look back and say, why couldn't those have been clear earlier? Okay. Final tactic. Connoisseur of Souls. You get +1 recruit for each bystander in the KO pile. Then Lilith hunts for victims. So there are 5, 6. So I get 6 recruit. And she gets a bystander. The standard one. All right. She's still at 14 attack. All I got to do is get to 14 attack in the next 2 turns. Or 3, depending on how things go. I have 8 recruit, actually. I don't really want to take Werewolf by Night. Because I won't have time to use them. Actually, I will have time to use them. My deck has... I have 1 card on my discard pile, 1 card in my deck. Right-hand side is probably not going to come back around to what I need. So I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them. Take them for 7. I'll still be in Moonlight. And he might end up in my next hand. We're still in Moonlight. Okay. Last card of my deck is Blade. This side might have enough to hit the Mastermind. I got some really good cards left in my deck. So we'll see what happens. I might pull this off. Doing a really good shuffle. 2, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6. A couple of duds, but I get 1 card draw. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If the right side can clear the streets somehow, I might get to 14. Maybe with the card draw is going to really determine it. So it's a big maybe. Here we go. Top card of the villain deck is the twist, unfortunately. Which means that last twist, that means 1 more Thrall, which is fine, but the part that's going to hurt is playing a card from the villain deck right now. And it's Meat Market. Wait, both bystanders already came out, I think. One was Warlock. So he's gonna power her up right now. I haven't seen Meat Market yet. I think there's 1 more Meat Market in the villain deck. All right, so he gets +1 attack for each bystander he has. Oh, sorry, each bystander in the KO pile, and ambush hunt for victims and fight. You may KO a card from your discard pile. 1 card left, and it's probably Meat Market again because I think there's 2 of them. So that's gonna KO this bystander. And that's going to increase her attack. Oh, right. That's what the scheme says. That's right. This Travel knows the scheme much more than I do. He reminded me that when the villain deck runs out, I lose. So I'm probably going to lose this one, but I'm going to go out with a bang. Okay. All these attacks need to be changed, but I'm not worrying about that right now. We'll just see how much attack we can get. I probably can't hit anything. That's kind of a lame hand. Look at this. This hand doesn't do anything. What a sad hand at the end. 1, 2, 4, 6 attack without anything triggering on anything. Yeah, so I lose at the end of this turn, basically. Meat Market is 10 attack right now. 1 more bystander. Yeah, Meat Market is I would have won if I didn't do the final blow, but I do. So these are all accurate. 8, 8, 8, 13. And just to make sure we're clear, 10 attack for our friend Meat Market there. And yeah, I can't hit a single thing, so I rest on my very last turn. Hooray! No more wounds. Moving over. And as soon as this is revealed, Lilith has won, unfortunately. Game 1 complete. Oh, and it only took me 3 hours. It's okay. Towards the end of that, I really got a feel for how awesome Morbius is, so I was happy to get that. But now we got to move into game 2 of 4. But let's go ahead and get into our predictions. Couldn't quite make it right there at the end. That early HQ really hurt me, but that's okay. I'm having a great time. This was a lose. I thought I was going to pull it off. If the scheme didn't have when the villain deck runs out, I might have had a shot. Actually, I can check right now. Left-hand side, I can just pretend to play it out. So if I had done 4 and then draw a card, it would have been the rare. I would have done it. So if I had 1 more turn, I could have won the game. But alas, I did not. If that twist was at the bottom, I could have won. But, you know, it doesn't always go that way. So enjoy those points, anybody who got points. And I'm going to do a reset for anybody who would like to watch game 2. Yeah, right? I was so close, but that's okay. All right, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Check out the playlist for the rest of the Midnight Suns playthroughs, and I will see you at the next one.